communicated this very well. The Enchantress very clearly has faster crawling speed in order to make it away from this chair and get this
again, and that was a struggle free.
She has flywheel though, able to flywheel and go through the pallet. Another beautiful sequence here. Mercenary is also here just to provide a little support.
Long enough to keep the shot going.
Mercenary has to make this rescue look at that, because if you were to kill the rescue, that would. Oh, yes, the moon! Oh.
Let's see if OKK can manage to get to the dungeon. Flywheel is in play. Flywheel! And he can get to the basement, to the dungeon. Oh my god!
Right now has to fight as long as possible, but that very good pallet stun. I think that right now with that pallet stun, it's going to be possibly a one escape situation from the survivors. But it's going to be very tough for the survivors even then.
Yeah, and because you solved the cipher right here, he still had the trump card in his hand. He had to stop the cipher and he's still chasing them at the same time. Having a lot of pressure now around. We do see that they are trying to have a bait, a little bait right there. Two survivors are healing, one is hiding it, another one for snipers.
Before they pop the cipher, then one person eliminated before they pop the cipher, and then he just has to get one more person down in the end game, and the drop hit!
Drop hit, very on point. They have to get out of the cipher so that they can pop it as soon as possible.
Yes, but as you can see, entomologist and first officer are very bad for that cipher progress here, and using the abnormal one.
He knows that this cipher is the last one, and they are trying to use the two of them as soon as possible. And the snap coming to the game.
Get her on the floor and potentially like in a position on a chair before she can rescue. But a very good trap, stopping the rescue in its tracks. Chance for something real. She loves this jump up because Yaki does not actually have attention. It seems that he's going to try to pop that little boy.
Oh no! Little boy, that was very close.
He might struggle to be able to get the single hit on
the temple, moving towards this area. Oh, we have an album cut in the game, and we do see that a pocket watch tries to save it. You have very critical wall jumping right there.
Yes, I do think, but going for that blink hit and unfortunate missing, and the pallet stun.
The pallet stun.
Lucky as you mentioned, but unfortunately he's going to be transitioning out of the graveyard and going into the trap, which is going to be leaving. Another is going to be open already. We have the lucky guy here who is very close to the dungeon. Plus, you can see, getting the apple and potentially going to the dungeon.
Oh my god, he's pretty close, and he made it to the dungeon.
Buy some time because the
blink coming to the game though. Wow, he did blink out, but he did not got Gotcha right here. Gotcha is on fire right here. So he had to stop the last cipher.
Yeah, he really does have to stop the last cipher because otherwise he's going to get.
Oh my god, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final match of the day, the final match of this IVA. I'm Elio, joined with Psyche, and we will be bringing you the live commentary for today. We have Team Jellybean, Psyche, up against Team ST, Jellybean Gangsters versus ST. We will see who will be victorious. ST with a victory against NIC, a big bit of an upset victory. Didn't really expect that, but they did come out on top here, and now things get even more challenging as they now have to take down the Jellybean Gangsters. That is not an easy challenge. Jellybeans, Psyche, what are your opinions on that?
Well, as you told me before, Ellie, Jellybeans, I don't really like them that much. I do like the Jellybean challenge where you spin the wheel and create troll challenges out of it. But Jellybean Gangsters themselves, as you told me, they're basically like the team of Southeast Asia, just like how Korea always wins. GH, sorry. Yes. Did I say something else? GH, anyway.
You said the team
just
from
like
Southeast Asia.
The same team from Southeast Asia, GH. They're like B4U in the NAEU. Now, if you guys don't know NAEU, basically there's one team that always goes to Call this, and GH is basically like that. Now they have to rename themselves, and right now they're Jellybeans in this tournament. But Jellybean Gangsters, to remind you guys, in terms of this tournament, what's happening in this tournament, they have already beat ST once before, and now ST is back for revenge. They're like, oh yeah, let's go, we beat ST, and then they're like, huh? ST is back. And on top of that, what's even crazier, guys, is guess what? ST, they got sent to the losers bracket, but they just beat NIC, right? They were the ones who sent NIC to the losers bracket. So we had ST do a rematch against NIC and beat them twice. Will Jellybean Gangsters beat ST twice now and send them to the elimination bracket? There's no such thing. You're already eliminated.
It's already
Will
over.
Jellybean Gangsters? Yeah.
They will send them to the Shadow Realm, and they'll be gone forever.
Shadow Realm.
They got sent. It's like when you lose, you go to the Shadow Realm, but in this case, you have a second chance. So if you lose again, then you're actually in the real Shadow Realm. So you don't really want to be there.
Indeed.
So,
You're dead in that case.
Yo dead.
And here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Jelly
Gangsters.
What happened to the beans? There's no beans anymore. Or just jelly?
No beans. Jelly Gangster. Guys, Cinema Roll and the Survivor team, Zalcon, Skyfall, Little Boy, Captain Kukin, Castile, however you pronounce that, they have gone victorious this whole tournament. They have not lost once yet, obviously, because they've not been in the losers bracket. But meanwhile, ST lost one time against Jellybean Gangsters, and they're now coming back for revenge in the finals. Can they get their revenge? We just saw ST beat up NIC, and it was very even until the ending, with the Hunter getting 2 5-point leads back to back and just completely closed the tournament out. Can we see that dominant performance again with sweet timing against Jellybean Gangsters? Now, to remind you guys, Cinema Roll, we saw Cinema Roll the whole time in the tournament before. They play a lot of different hunters. They play the Opera Singer. We haven't seen them not go Opera Singer round 1 yet. We saw Bonbon on Hospital. We saw Night Watch. We saw Blood Queen, Wheel, Dreamwitch. A lot of Wheels on Chinatown from Cinema Roll. Interestingly enough, we've seen Wheel a lot. Usually we do not see Wheel a lot.
Yep.
Ellie, what are your thoughts on Wheel in this meta? It's an interesting pick for sure.
Well, Southeast Asia has been known for playing a lot of Breaking Wheel. This has been sort of a character that's never really left their particular meta. Southeast Asia has some interesting character selections, Breaking Wheel being one of them. We do see some Breaking Wheel players over in China and Japan play it occasionally, but definitely not as much as Southeast Asia. Not as much as NAU, also not as much as Southeast Asia for sure. So we have seen that. Be a bit interesting to see Wheel being played this much, especially considering that a single persona on the persona web counters them pretty well. But we did see a lot of mistakes in the last round using the flywheel in non-opportune situations. So we'll hope this time around it might be a little bit different. But because it is because it is Red Church, probably we're not gonna see Breaking Wheel. Red Church, one of the worst maps for Breaking Wheel, many windows in which it's very difficult for the wheel to secure downs. And so I think that will not be an option. Looks like Cinema Roll is actually going to go with a double rescuer ban, officer and mercenary. So leaving ST with a bit of a tough situation, not having rescuers, but it's like I think they actually don't mind this, is that we've seen ST lead Wildling in almost all of their games. So I think this is probably fine for them.
Sometimes, oh no, it was the other team. It was NIC preferring Wildling even when they had
But-
other options on the table. But
ST also
they
did
have
as
played
well.
Wildling. Yeah, ST is also playing Wildling. But I'm sure they would prefer other options. We haven't seen them go Wildling every time, but still, Wildling is okay, I suppose.
no.
Are we actually seeing a painter here? It seems a little bit too slow against Opera Singer. You're joking now, right? You're joking. Painter is a decent survivor, but against Opera Singer, he just gets his paintings a little bit too slowly.
Looks like
you're
we're gonna
kidding, right?
see. No, looks like we're gonna see Painter here. So
We're actually gonna see Painter.
yeah, Painter's gonna be an interesting character selection here. I personally never found Painter too appealing as a character overall. Every time I do my survivor tier lists, I often put Painter in a very low tier. There's many people. Wait, which Painter? What, is it Edgar? Is that
Yes.
Painter?
You put Edgar as low as
Edgar.
Mind's Eye, man.
Well, not quite as low. Slightly better than Mind's Eye, but definitely not as good as other characters. Edgar
They're
is
side
not a
by side.
particular.
Side
Yeah.
by side.
Right. Edgar is not particularly strong. Good hunters can simply just walk around the painting and not look at it. Imagine that. Just close your eyes and don't make eye contact with the painting. You'll be okay.
But I do believe that there's something to be said about hugging the painting when you can easily see the hunters walking around it and forcing it.
Yeah,
What
but
about
sometimes
that,
a lot of ranked painters don't do that. They just run away. So
Oh,
They
come
just-
on. This is torn.
they
They're not
they
gonna
just
do
put the
that.
painting down. They assume that the hunter probably looked at it, and they didn't. And you're
Well,
dead.
guess
You
what?
did.
I'm not assuming we're dealing with ranked painters. I thought you're a phony. I thought your tournament rankless was based off tournament game.
Oh, it
not
is.
ranked.
I still think Painter's bad in tournaments. Good hunters can just look around the
God
painting.
damn it. I think it's still useful. Don't get me wrong. I hate that he doesn't start with anything, but of course it would be unbalanced if he did.
All right.
But
Here's the thing,
he's
Psyche.
He's survived with nothing.
Psyche,
Which
here's the thing.
sucks.
We're gonna find out in this match who's correct. All right, here we go.
Well, this is not fair. Why would they pick
This is
Painter
fair.
against Opera
This is-
Singer?
This is fair. You
This
said
is not fair.
you
I would never
said-
pick Painter in this meta.
you said that you could just run around the painting. So let's see if that works. So we're gonna find out.
As long as the hunter doesn't YOLO swing, which could technically happen right
It
before
could.
they look at the painting, they could swing. Technically. But
Right.
come on, guys. Are we in agreement here that Painter is not as bad as Mind's Eye? Wait, just you wait.
I agree
When
with
Ellis
that. I
used
do agree
Painter
with
against
that.
more
I do
often-
agree with that. I do agree with that. I hate Mind's Eye. And for those of you, I know there were some people in chat earlier like, well, why not Mind's Eye? Mind's Eye's a good character. No.
Okay,
For those
no
of you
debate about that.
okay, you know what? We're gonna. Oh, you think Mind's Eye's a good character, Psyche?
I said no debate about that. I agree with you.
Oh, okay. I
No
thought you said we
debate.
will debate about that. Okay, I heard we will
No, no
debate
debate.
about. Okay, for those of you who are wondering why Mind's Eye's not particularly strong, if you ever get found, you're dead. You did. You know, it's that simple.
Yo, dang
Yeah,
it.
it's that simple. Mind's Eye is just does not have any good kiting abilities. Unfortunately, that's what makes Mind's Eye not particularly strong.
By the way,
And
Lucky Guy ban? Lucky Guy ban. Ooh, spicy. They went with
Yep.
Ford instead.
Yep. Ford is interesting. Ford is not very strong against Opera Singer, so it's a very interesting decision to see that. Obviously, they did not have characters such as Officer and Mercenaries. They did need some sort of rescuer, although we have seen Coordinator in China be a good rescuer against the Opera Singer because you can use the flare gun and just kind of run away, sort of like a veteran's bonus in a way, except you don't take a hit. So that's something we've seen over the China region. We've seen Coordinator get utilized a lot against Opera
Let me
Singer.
guess,
Actually,
Coordinator is now A tier? Out of nowhere?
Coordinator is
Energy
actually that is
Let
correct.
me guess.
Psyche.
Yep, out of nowhere,
It was
just
this.
bumped up a bunch of tiers. Who would have thought?
You're actually
Come
right.
on, come on, Love Theo. Prove Ellie wrong and magically make Painter bump up 5 tiers. Watch. When China pulls it out, watch. Let me guess, Lucky Guy's gonna be A tier now as
China
well.
hasn't pulled it out. China hasn't. Lucky guy's moving up in the ranks. You know, he's getting up there.
Ellie, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. I'm so sick of this. The moment China starts using a character, Ellie is the first showing his tiers. And you know what? I never knock Ellie down for this because he only looks at statistics, to be fair.
I do.
In
I
his
do.
defense, he's looking at the statistics.
If the
But at
character's
same
successful,
time,
if the
come
character's
on, Ellie!
successful, I look at if the
If-
character's
yeah.
successful. It's not exactly trying to play. If China plays it and it's successful, then it's viable.
Fair enough. Fair
Then it's
enough.
viable. Yeah.
Fair enough. Guys, enough debate. Hopefully, well, Love Theo's in Southeast Asia. Love Theo, move to China, and then you'll change Ellie's mind if you do well. I'm not so sure about Opera Singer though, but I think there's potential. I think they're onto something. Like, he's not a bad character, genuinely, unless they pick Blood Queen or Dream Witch or maybe even Waxers. But hey, we don't talk about that. We have instead Cinnamoroll not even going for the Painter. Painter's so strong, obviously. Going instead after the forward. And the forward, can he slip behind his pallet?
Yep. Yeah. We do see, we actually have no, okay, we have one Tide Turner, single Tide Turner Gardener, and they actually do not have borrowed time. It's a kiting plus Tide Turner build here. Looks like we do have a slight lag on the stream, but it looks like okay, there we go. Back to the game here. Gonna keep chasing the forward here, really committing to this character, but maybe we'll change targets again. Does find the Gardener here. The Gardener, the bubble will disappear shortly. Can he get the hit right here at the pallet? No, he's able to get to the side of the pallet there, able to avoid that hit and continue to transition away. You're gonna see him get the speed boost. Veteran's bonus also will be in effect here.
Can she make it? No, she didn't. That was really close, guys. Guys, keep in mind, this is a Tide Turner plus Broken Windows pallet boost character right here. This is no borrowed time. We're seeing this more and more often, where we're seeing these Sui characters go against these characters who close, by the way, very close right here. These Sui characters who realize, hey, we're probably not going to survive here until late game. We're instead going to prioritize, if we're not the target, helping the team out as much as possible. And if we are the target, then we're not going to go down. It's kind of the idea there. But in either case, if you do get chased first, it's 90% of the time you're not going to survive. Until the server's off.
It's really interesting. You saw there the Gardener tried to, we're just going to say after normal, he's going to kick the Cypher down some percent here. I was going to say the Gardener tried to potentially predict Blink by hugging the pallet instead of running forward. But I think it's more likely that the Opera Singer probably wouldn't have Blink. I think there's a better chance of maybe an Excitement, or in this case Abnormal, I guess, than having Blink overall, just because of the team composition. But yeah, we're going to see Ford is going to get the rescue here. No Tide Turner, of course. Only Tide Turner onto the Gardener. Can they go for the pallet? Goes for the swing. Gets the hit through the pallet. And you see having no Tide Turner really being a disadvantage here because they do not gain any extra time now. And with that abnormal play as well, the Cypher Machine progress is very, very lackluster.
They were really banking on the fact that Forward gets chased, but much to their surprise, Gardener becomes the new chase target because she got a little bit too carried away, staying by the forward's kiting area, and boom, just like that, the Hunter's like, well, actually, you're just a Gardener with no bubble now. Because 50 seconds passed, she realized, great identification from Cinnamoroll, then after the Gardener, and now Gardener's in this position, all because Gardener's bubble literally ran out at the perfect time for the Hunter. And now, boom, just like that, Hunter realized that, they're like, let me go after you, and boom, secured it just like that. So they really weren't expecting this. They expected the forwards to take the chase. That is what happened until Gardener was in the way, unfortunately, and just like that, they have a Tide Turner die just like that for free. Cinnamoroll doesn't even realize it at this point, but they just made it so much easier for themselves in the future of this match. Now Forward is out here having a kite. They put him with borrowed time. Interesting they put him on borrowed time if they thought he was the first kite. Because I'm over here arguing that Gardener doesn't have borrowed time.
Yeah, he just zoomed out of there. You know, we call that an
schmittied out of there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he schmittied out of there. That was a good move, wise decision from Taichi, if I pronounced that wrongly. And he's gonna boost away. Taitian. Gonna
like
boost
that.
out of there. Guys, keep in mind, this Opera Singer has a normal here that is not being used. Every second she's not using this normal. That's a second that they're getting on deep. How are you going to get in a normal off when every Cypher is 5 miles away? This is the downside, the unfortunate, unlucky downside. You just gotta get lucky. Maybe you'll knock someone by a Cypher, but no. Taiteen, already on top of that, trying to get away from all their Cyphers. Ellie, you go ahead and take over, man.
Now we do have trade swaps still available. So if the Hunter does want to teleport on the last Cypher machine, that's a possibility. They could also just go all the way to the last Cypher themselves and just chase the Survivor there. And nope, actually just going to teleport straight onto Boss, which is the Magician, using an early illusion here. Can they make it to the pallet? And almost predicted that and almost got Terror Shock, but did make it to the pallet there. And it's going to transition into Graveyard, trying to get as far away from the last Cypher as possible. That's definitely the correct play. Now they're going to stop to break the pallet, just trying to create some. Oh, but actually runs back to the Cypher.
I believe it's a decent move. You know, it does make the kite very long. So I see what they're doing here. Plus the Magician, I think
Wow.
that might be tough now. That definitely might be tough. Keep in mind, he can still live. He can still live with the illusion. Oh, I thought he would have blocked off that area with the broken pallet. God, Pablo. Okay, that's decent. Slowing him down a lot. They're gonna use it right here. Wise decision. Although I'm not sure he can still make anything. So, I'm not so sure anymore. Oh, but, oh, missed the hit, but still got the hit. Okay. So, let's see the decode here now. We got 36, we got 29. One of them's gonna have to stop. The 36 stopped, and the forward's gonna go rescue. Decent. Unfortunately, Peter's done nothing in this game so far.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's gonna continue to do nothing because.
Oh, maybe he'll get changed. This could be game changing. We'll find out if Painter is a good character or not right now, Psyche. It looks like he is going to change targets. Yeah, onto the Painter here, trying to push him away from this last Cypher machine.
Pallet is broken. Hold on. Ah, man, this is hard.
I don't see a lot of items being utilized right now.
Unfortunately,
I don't see a lot of usefulness.
Listen, I never said he's good against Opera Stinger. Oh no.
Yes,
he's surviving! Yes! Look at that value! Oh my god, they're gonna prime this sniper!
Nope.
What I say? Total, definitely not luck at that paladin. Total skill there.
Right. Anyways,
definitely did not get lucky. Getting that painting.
he is going to change targets on the board. Try to injure all the survivors here, but he did leave the Cypher Machine. Magician can prime the Cypher Machine in time. Painter will have a painting for endgame as well here, so let's see if that ends up having value or not. Looks like we're going to...
When Painter can get his painting... Oh, close.
We're just going to transition to Church. This is a really good place to transition to because I thought he would have wanted to take a hit and then pop the Cypher there. But it looks like they're just going to pop right away. I think that's maybe potentially incorrect. His Ford could get potentially caught up here. No, a little bit short. He's going to make it to the window in time here. And now it's just a matter of time. Ford does have a pocket watch to utilize. I think you want to utilize that sooner than later. The Hunter can teleport inside Church.
Come on, don't die now! He could have pocket watched him. Painter would have put painting. He could have.
Well, he could have honestly. He could have watched it just push Dungeon. Dungeon was top broken as well. So.
No.
No. What do you mean no?
I was really hoping Painter would like come in. Because when Painter can get the second painting and Hunter leaves him, oh my god, he feels literally one of the best survivors. He's like a more reliable coordinator, basically.
Right.
Like, oh my god. Like, well, to be fair, Hunter can look away, but you just have to hug the painting, and it's basically like a flare gun.
Yep.
Ellie, what do you say about that match? That was a pretty intense match.
That was a pretty intense match. Unfortunately, we did not get our answer as this was a mostly decoding game for the Painter. Yeah, maybe we'll see Painter later on. We can only hope. No, they picked Painter in the first two. Yeah, maybe the other team will pick Painter. Who knows? Someone send him a DM, tell him to pick Painter.
I definitely do think Painter is better than Ellie gives him, but again, we have
maybe
to
he's
remember
B minus. You know, maybe he's B minus.
In Ellie's opinion, but Ellie is it's crazy to say this. He's very opinionated and very unopinionated because in this case he's unopinionated. Sorry, I gotta stop swinging back and forth. I'm now on camera. He's very unopinionated because he looks at stats. But then he's also opinionated because he also only looks at stats. What kind of opinion is that?
I mean, statistical base, mathematics don't lie. All right, let's be honest. Math don't lie. Like, come on now. You know, that's how you got to look at it. When you look at professional sports, when you look at professional anything, you go based off of the statistics. What makes this professional sports player good? Well, they have good stats. They do well in these situations. It's good. I mean, obviously, stats are important. I guess there's also the human error factor that you have to consider as well. But for the most part, Psyche, I would say statistics are typically the more accurate way to approach what character's good or not. Does that make sense? I don't think I worded that right. Anyways, you know what I mean. You get the idea.
What the problem is here is that the reason we don't see Painter is because they're just way better characters. But does that mean that Painter is as the same level?
Maybe not. It's not the same level as Mind's Eye, but it's still not as good as other characters. So tell you what, next tier list we'll put Painter in like B minus or something. I don't know. We'll move him up a little. We'll but I definitely don't think he's a round one viable character for sure.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that Painter got that painting out. It just all depends. Do you guess at the painting, or is that the painter's at the painting, or was he not at the painting? And fortunately for her, she chose wrong, and that was definitely a lucky moment in the game. So I feel like against something like Bonbon or Sculptor, he would have a better shot. It's just kind of hard because you can't just boost away after you get the 100's appearance with a window boost. You just push it right up to you. So definitely back then when I was looking at the tier list, that was before Opera Singer. Now, if you really want to keep Painter in D tier right now, like, be my guest, but for round 1 only. For round 1 only,
Well, round 2 because there's round 2 Dream Witch, so that's also something.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
What about round 3?
Round 3.
What about Wheels? What about specific hunters? What about hunters who only play specific hunters where Painter actually is pretty good?
I think one of the problems is there's 2 things. One, sometimes if you don't put the painting in the right spot, or if you don't play Painter properly, the hunter can just walk around the painting. The second thing is Opera Singer and Dream Witch are both very good against Painter. So that's kind of the big thing. It's like the two round 1, 2 hunters, the 2 best hunters that are usually used in tournaments. Not too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know what? It kind of sounds stupid because now I'm taking back my whole point, but before Opera Singer was introduced, yes, I think he deserves higher, but like, he still deserves higher, I think, but he's such a sad character. What can I say? Like, he's so cool and so sad.
Something else that's interesting as well is that Lucky Guy used to be one of the worst characters in the game, right? And now we've seen Lucky Guy become a lot better. So now, who's the worst character now? Probably Mind's Eye, right? You think Mind's Eye's the worst?
I would say Mind's Eye.
Probably Mind's Eye.
You know what? No. Who else did you put in D tier besides Painter?
Originally, it used to be like Mind's Eye and like Lucky Guy, but Lucky Guy's better now because of Opera Singer. So Lucky Guy's not.
Yeah, because like the attrition, she tries to attrition everyone's items down so they have nothing for endgame, and then he just pulls more items. Has to be Mind's Eye, because even if Mind's Eye doesn't get found, there's like Quenching Thirst, Teleport. There's all these no-bill hunters.
So many ways, and to make things worse, we have area selection, so the hunter can see where the Mind's Eye is anyways.
Yeah.
So that's also.
Yeah, so she did.
Yeah.
She literally did.
She did.
Like, I could not think of a worse meta for coders.
Oh,
like,
man.
coders is already so annoying to play right now. Lawyer's getting off the hook just barely, but I swear, man, I don't know what to do with Mind's Eye.
I don't know.
Mind's Eye too heavy.
Prisoner's not too good, but Prisoner's better than Mind's Eye for sure.
For sure, definitely, no doubt about that. As much as I hate Prisoners, and I think Prisoner's an awful character, I must say he's a lot
That is something we agree on, so that's nice.
He is in the proper tier on Ellie's tier list, I would say. I agree with everything except like I was sad for Painter. I mean, like, come on, he's not that bad. Okay, he's not the same as Lucky Guy or Mind's Eye. Well, now Lucky Guy's in there, but that's only because of Opera. So if we're not going against Opera Singer, I don't think Lucky Guy is that good. Here's the question. Should you put a character very high up just because of one hunter specifically?
Actually, I believe that yes, because especially if it's a hunter that's so common, that's played almost every round 1, which in this case is Opera Singer, that makes it so much more. So for example, like when Dream Witch was like the best hunter in the game, right? And Dream Witch was like, everyone played Dream Witch round 1. It's like, oh, round 1 Dream Witch. Characters like Barmaid got better, and Barmaid did get some sort of buffs and adjustments, but also because they were so strong against something like a Dream Witch. So characters that are good against like the everyone play that round 100 that everybody plays, that makes a character better just because they can be good against that hunter. That's like really, really important because that hunter is so strong. In this case, Opera Singer is so strong, it's so hard to beat. If you have a character that's good against that type of hunter, that makes that survivor move up in tiers. It makes them just better just because they're good against that one hunter. That's enough.
I think that's a good explanation. I think it's fair enough. You know, if you're gonna use them all the time because the hunter's always being used, like, it's not like, oh, maybe you'll see Nightwatch, maybe you'll see Waxers, maybe you'll see Wheel. Nightwatch.
You know what I just thought of? This is really important. This doesn't necessarily mean you should play Lucky Guy in rank, because if you always been Opera Singer in rank, then why are you playing Lucky Guy?
So that's the one thing to take away. A lot of people forget this in Ellie's tier list. This is a tournament tier list, so certain characters are higher. Like, even though I would never agree with Enchantress in rank, in some situations Enchantress could be decent in tournaments. Even though I would never agree with something like Prospector when you only get one hunter ban because it's Dream Witch, you know, it could be Dream Witch, it could be Blood Queen, a lot of annoying things. It makes a lot more sense in tournaments where the hunter has to choose wisely what they ban, and it's good to have support where you have communication, consistent communication. You could also eventually ban more hunters, but I guess eventually we'll ban 2 hunters in rank anyway. You know what, Prosper's not a great example, but there's other examples that Ellie can, I'm sure, mention right now. What else can you think of that's like better in tournaments, but it's good right now?
Well, okay, so obviously Lucky Eye is a really important one. A character like Embalmer is very situational for tournaments. Embalmer's not exactly great in rank, because you don't have good communication with your teammates if you're playing with randoms. And Embalmer is kind of more of a tie character. Embalmer is good for getting an extra survivor out the gate if you need to go for maybe a 4 escape or try to maybe get a tie, something like that. I don't know. Embalmer is good for that sort of situation. But in rank,
You know what?
you want to win games.
I
You
guess-
don't want to tie games, So
Yeah, definitely, exactly. I was about to say those tying characters are a lot better in tournaments because ties actually mean something. They actually
Yeah.
mean a lot.
in rank it means
So-
nothing. So
Yeah, rank. You get
basically
like
nothing.
4 points, basically 0 points.
You want to
Which-
win. You want to win more than you tie. That's for sure.
Exactly. So you're always going with these win big characters who are like, come on, the hunter also gets way less things. Why would you just not pick something better than? Not just because you're not going for a tie, but also you have more options. You don't have to go Embalm. You could just go a better option.
Yep.
Really, really here, we also have more survivor bans on the hunter side, so you have to remember that you just sometimes you'll be in games round 3, 10 hunters, 10 hunters, 10 survivors banned.
Oh, okay. This is a troll. This is definitely a troll.
All
This
right,
has to be
Nello,
a troll.
hand it over. We know it's
Yeah,
Lucky
that
Guy.
does-
We
I
all
know that's
it.
not real.
We all know
I
it's
that's
Lucky
not
Guy.
real.
Best character in the game. Show it to us. Best character in the game right here.
I think it's forward actually. Oh, Thanos.
Wheel. You're a
It's a Thanos.
survivor's wheel. Imagine like you could get one of those little guys off the wheel and be a survivor for you. Oh, that'd be so cool. Bring that as a survivor, NetEase. That'd be so cool. Like one of the little bros on the wheel. Oh, forward. All right. We're seeing a lot of forwards. Making Ellie eat his words. I like this, guys. I like this. Keep on doing it. More seriously, though.
But to be
any idea
fair,
why we have this thing-
Forward's done very minimal positive things against Opera Singer thus far. So I don't know, I don't know. It could be that they're not expecting
agree
Opera
with
Singer because Yanfei has struggled a bit with Opera Singer in this tournament. So maybe they're assuming that maybe Yanfei is going to lead with a different hunter here because the Opera Singer has not exactly been, that ideal for him thus far.
I do agree with you there. Definitely forward against Upper Singer. It almost made me forget we're in the second half right here. This is still round 1. This could be a risky pick if Yanfei pulls out like a back to back perfect dash combo and just destroy a forward just like that. The good news for forward though is that the idea I feel that they might be going for here, Ellie, is maybe they're hoping to dash to like one of those church windows where that.
Yep.
The hunter has to vault over and that slows an Opera Singer a lot, but is it really worth like half a football just to get to one window that she'll easily catch up to anyway?
Someone
like,
said-
slightly slower down?
Someone in chat said, "Stop playing prisoner in rank. Y'all can't kite longer than 5 seconds." Oh my
Thank
god,
you.
that's pretty good. That was a good one.
All right.
Anyways, back to the match. Yeah, so that's one thing you can do is forward. Any character that can transition. Oh, we're gonna see maybe a Bonbon here, which actually, is not the that Opera Singer that we talked about. So Yanfei is actually gonna lead away from the Opera Singer. He's gonna go for Bonbon here. I don't know if this is actually gonna benefit him too much. I mean, Priestess in Church, it's very difficult for Bonbon to down. Ford can stun on Cher, of course, against Bonbon. Although characters such as Gardener are a little bit easier chase targets for a Bonbon. Actually, a lot easier than something like an Opera Singer.
Definitely. I have had success, very good success with Bonbon. As I'm playing Magician, I do find that surprisingly Magician is quite decent against Bonbon because it forces him to set up bombs early to deal with an illusion that the Magician might place. Not to mention that 40% speed bonus, it'll block off the area, force him to use bombs on it preemptively or swing at it if he doesn't set up bombs. And on top of that, more importantly, what makes Magician so nice against Bonbon, in my experience, is that 40% speed bonus, guys. You'd be surprised how much difference it makes against Bonbon. If you can follow it up with like another boost, it's really, really solid. Could get you out of a pinch where you otherwise just barely would have gotten it. So, not actually a bad survivor against Bonbon, especially in his hiding area, right there. He could go behind Shaq, make it so painful for the Bonbon to walk after him around Shaq. Like any hunter who can't consistently hit you through walls, like Bonbon's kind of an inconsistent character at that point. I love going behind Shaq, have the hunter follow me, and then just go around the other side while they go on one side. So much fun to do that. Not fun for the hunter. But anyway, we have a pretty typical spawn layout, We got the Priestess, Gardener, Gardener in an interesting spawn. Maybe I would have put forward at reception, but Gardener's at reception. Maybe the idea is to keep her at graveyard easily so that she's at a good angle for graveyard as opposed to forward spawn. the way forward spawn, if the hunter were to spawn above the forward, it would mean that he would have to use the powder in a way where the bomb can easily walk across. So maybe that's a consideration there. With plus the Gardener in a decent angle to use graveyard better. A lot to go into though. So anyway, guys, we're going into round 1, second half. I'm your commentator Psyche, and we got Leo down there with me. Let's see, guys. This is going to be an intense, interesting match. No offering round 1. Here we go.
All right, looks like he's going to go immediately towards the reception red carpet area, trying to find the Gardener. Psyche, as we talked about, Gardener, not a particular strong kiter against the Bonbon, so this will definitely be an ideal chase target for this hunter. Also, oh, no, looks like he's actually going to leave instead here. Gardener does not have borrowed time, so chasing Gardener would also be pretty good in that situation as well. But it looks like he's actually going to change onto the forward instead, which a forward with forward does a flywheel as well, so a bit of a kiting build here. Should have a pretty easy kite against the Bonbon. No, he's actually just gonna he's gonna continue off the forward. Does have a portal setup as well. Really nice setup from the.
I wonder if he really needed to use that. I'm not sure if he really needed to use that.
Yeah, I think he could have kited longer and then gone back to it later, something like that.
Definitely. But either way, forward is actually going to let the kite take over from Magician. He's doing exactly what I said. Look, that's my route. He kind of did it a little bit late though, so he's going to be falling a bit short though. That speed up though. He got hit by a ball. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, so unfortunately, he just didn't have the time to set it up. But if he did it earlier, it would have been great. It's just in this situation, it's not. Maybe Ford can like go to church and set him up with something. Really, look at that speed up. That
is exactly what Psyche just talked about. Yeah, there you go. And if you didn't use that speed boost, there's a small chance that potentially could have caught up and used Blink. But looks like we also have a portal set up as well. So Magician just using the illusion to get to that window, plus the vaulting speed boost, able to get to that portal, keeping enough distance. The important thing here, delay the Blink. The Blink is inevitable, but it's about delaying the inevitable as long as you can. Your forward's gonna bait, stun, and actually force the distract the hunter into changing targets here. Ford has a lot of football to work with as well. He's gonna football past the pallet here, so he's gonna avoid all bombs in the process. And this is definitely a better target for the Stars. They'd rather the forward get chased here than the injured Magician.
Football. It may look like a waste to use these footballs so quick back to back, but guys, he's taking out 2 bombs, multiple. He took out like 2, 4, 6 bombs with just a couple football stuns, and now Bomb is dry on bombs. That's crazy good. Look at this. He's got 0 bombs. He's got 1 bomb, 0 again.
And he knows it's the 5 second, goes to the Blink. Oh, that could have been a potential terror shock, but Ford vaults too fast. And there is a long portal as well, but Ford's actually going to not take the long portal. He's going to try to go for a kite here instead. Long portal, of course, not very long in this case, only going to top broken. So I think it's better to not go for that. Instead, dodges the control bomb as well. Plus flywheel, so if he can actually get to the portal and flywheel, oh, he doesn't flywheel here. He's actually going to go down. I think he's going to flywheel to that pallet, but he's going to conserve it here instead.
You know, I wonder if that...
Almost 4.
I wonder if... Yeah, very good decode here from the survivors. They're going to be down to 1 cyber. Uh-oh. Yep, that's a great rescue. Yep. Completely negating any possibility. Oh, is he going to try to flywheel it? It's going to be hard, though. It's going to be hard. Yes and yes. So he guessed wrong. So you know what, Ellie? I was about to say this. He had done the world portal sooner when he's 1 bomb hit away. I feel like it'd be easier to time because you're like, okay, well, 1 bomb hit and he's probably gonna go for it. So then it'd be probably easier to time as opposed to like full health. You don't know if he's gonna basic hit. You don't know if he's gonna bomb hit. If he bomb hits you, then you're still gonna be alive, unfortunately. Because guys, remember that when you Gardener has something else to say about that. Nope. Guys, they need to get the Cypher done. If they can get the Cypher done, they'll be in good position.
I don't think Priestess should instant rescue here. Maybe she's just baiting to try to help the survivor struggle free so they drop. So they should just wait till it's prime, then go for the rescue, I think, here, right?
I think this is great. I think this is great. Look at... Oh, she doesn't go for it. I think it was great because look at how much distance it would have got him.
Yeah, but the Cypher's only 50, so this is assuming that if the 4 got sniped by some bombs, it could have backfired. And this way you can just double rescue Gardener and Priestess, so I think it's safer this way. But either way...
But now, think about it now. Now they're not going to have to Cypher prime either way if they win. So that it's like now it's the chances of getting farmed here are quite likely. Let's see. No.
Well, he just hits the Priestess, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, so it looks like this is
and Gardener and Tide Turner. Gardener and Tide Turner though, so it actually... Oh, Ford's gonna go for a stun here. Actually gets it. Cypher is ready. And Priestess needs to not run in the open though. Priestess probably should have pushed the window. He's gonna push the portal instead. Breaks the portal. Priestess does not have a portal to work with. He could get a bomb down here. A bomb down could be super important. Does get it. And they pop right
What?
as the priestess gets hit.
Oh.
This gives Bonbon a huge opportunity, maybe. It looks like he's gonna go for the chair here. 2 survivors at middle. Although priestess is first time on chair, so I think it's gonna be difficult for the Bonbon to still win here.
Guys, that was a tough
Come
call to
back, at
make
least.
because to be fair, yeah, they have to. You know what? Portal here might see a clutch here. World Portal here. They had to do that because Gardener has no borrow time, Magician has no borrow time, only forward, and they don't really want someone dead on chair to be rescuing this. So they just went ahead and popped it and made the Hunter make a choice. Are you gonna go after gate or are you gonna go after chair? Either way, this priestess is gonna be taking 5 years to die. And it's all up to the survivor here, Elliot. I don't know.
He
It's
needs
kind
to
of a rough
not.
spot.
Do they have
Oh,
someone
no.
close enough that can rescue here? Is the question. Looks like we have
do?
the. Do they?
Wait, no, wait.
No,
oh,
they
I'm
don't. I don't
sorry,
think they
thought
do. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like they don't, and it's up to the forward to kite all the way to the dungeon here. Which I think he's
one flywheel away.
Yes, the flywheel this properly. There's the flywheel.
Oh,
He's gonna flip. Oh, he doesn't football. Can he
not
crawl?
making it.
Can he crawl? He does
Wait,
have. He
no
does have max
way.
sticker. Oh, he's gonna just miss it.
That's what I
The
thought.
priestess's rocket chair did not expire all the way. Of course, with that flywheel, you do have the max stick, I believe, right? You have flywheel?
Yes, you do, but it's not like he would have made it out. He couldn't have gotten out even if it was open. And there you guys go. More reason to stop running sticker, guys. Even when you go for dungeon, you usually don't even get it. It's more about the flywheel. The flywheel was more important there than sticker, honestly. But to be fair, that was pretty close. I'm not gonna lie,
pretty
that
close.
was scarily close. But there you guys go.
Yeah, I think
that
the
was really scary,
forward.
though.
Maybe the forward should have positioned better. I don't know. Like, I feel like that should have still been a win for the survivors. Just based off of that position. I also feel like Priestess had a misstep. Priestess could have actually vaulted the window into church, and then they popped the cipher, and then there's no risk of her getting instant down with the bombs, right? So I think that was a unfortunate misstep here from Little Boy, and that did cost Jelly Bean Gangsters the win here, which means that this first round it's a 2-2 now, right? So 4-4.
I believe, yeah. They tie last round as well.
Yeah, should be a 4-4 now.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so surprisingly, the Bonbon here gets away last second. Now Ellie's taller than me. Surprisingly, the Bonbon gets away in this situation. I was really expecting with that kind of start for the survivors to actually come out on top. I mean, come on. With all that switching that had to be done, yes, they're slowing down on decoy, but every single time a person switches, they just have a brand new person with full abilities ready to kite out that Bonbon. And remember, we had everyone except Gardner have a good setup to kite that Bonbon with. In those Priestess portals, I feel the first Priestess portal was definitely good. You can make an argument which one was better at the end there. But in either case, they do come out on top in the end. It was just that one little thing, like why not go for the window with Tie Tuner? Why you still have not been hit like 2 times plus a basic hit? Like, and even if she did, they could just wait for her to go down and pop. So really a lot more they could have done there if they just went straight for that window, as he said. It was a great point from my boy Ellie. Looks like they fixed your name now. You have an underscore now. Kind of.
What?
You can barely see
Kind of. It's
it. You can barely see it. Maybe that's why you didn't add it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
maybe
guys.
it's either way. It's close enough. It works. Yeah, so that's gonna be a 4-4. So which means that this is actually gonna be a lot closer again than we thought. I think again, even thinking about this matchup, I think Jelly Bean Gangsters definitely looks to be the advantage team, ST being the underdog, I think. But already they're showing just like they did last round, tying the first round. Let's see if they can win going into this next round. This was actually a very similar to the last round, right? We saw NIC, right? They had a winning position, but the Hunter managed to get a tie at the end, and then the Survivors barely managed to tie. Here, same thing. ST Survivors barely managed to tie. The Hunter had a losing position, but still managed to get a tie. And this is where ST now is gonna make their comeback, right? And or take even more of a lead, right? Because that's what they did in the last round. So we'll see. That's gonna ultimately.
We'll see how this plays out. It's pretty even so far, but just like last time, we saw someone come out more dominant, end up with a tie. Someone more like barely holding on, just barely got a tie. Thing is though, last time what we saw a random dominance show from one of the hunters, and we saw that from ST's hunters. So maybe we will see that again. Maybe we'll see that from Jelly Bean Gangsters hunter. You never know. In either case, they both play very diverse hunters. Jelly Bean Gangsters with very diverse hunters. Cinema Roll is very diverse hunters. Cinnamoroll is on Jellybean Gangsters. ST's hunter with very diverse hunters as well. So they both have a lot to look up to. They have to look up to, a lot to use in the future rounds, and I'm sure that they will pick accordingly depending on what is banned, what is picked. And we'll see. Maybe the survivors will also pull out some crazy stuff. We've seen it before with Jellybean Gangsters in the earlier rounds. So, guys, believe we will be going into break soon. I'm not sure. Nello?
Not for this round. This round we're just gonna continue.
Oh, okay. I see. All right. Never mind then. We're gonna be moving straight onto ST versus Jellybean Gangsters with ST on the hunter side immediately. We just had, who did we just have? Did we just have Cinnamoroll or did we just have Yanfei? We just had Cinnamoroll, I believe. Right?
Yes. No, we just had Yanfei. Yanfei's playing hunter again.
Okay.
So yeah, Yanfei's playing.
So the Yanfei is going back in on it again. This time we see Chinatown. I believe Yanfei, I don't know. My memory's going crazy now. Yanfei did play Wheel in ST versus NIC, right? So Yanfei could pick Wheel here. Cinnamoroll also plays Wheel here. We could be seeing back-to-back Wheels here. Depending on what they pick, this is just a generally good pick as Hunter. It is very annoying. I will say some maps it is worse than others to pick Priestess against Wheel, but on this one for sure, you just hog a building, and the moment you come on a Wheel, you can set up a portal, maybe go to a hotel. You kind of fine. It really depends on how you can follow up with the area. Anyway, we also have a Mercenary ban. This is just a very annoying survivor to have against Wheel. But again, Yanfei doesn't have to go Wheel here. As we mentioned before, it's all up to how they pick these survivors. If Skyfall, Kuching, Zhaokan, Little Boy go survivors that are more favorable for something like Nightwatch rather than Wheel, then God, I'll be wrong. He'll definitely go Nightwatch in that case or something like that. But it all depends. It all depends. You're going to ban the Toy Merchant here just to save ban. In case they have that Toy Merchant support player, which they probably do, I'm guessing. Otherwise, Yanfei would not be banning Toy Merchant if they didn't. But maybe. Just in case he still wants to play it safe, so who really knows? Ellie, are you there? Ellie, you look like you disappeared. Anyway, hold up. I will take over here, guys. We're gonna continue here. Ellie just took a quick bathroom break. We have he's back. Welcome back, Ellie. How you doing, fam? We have Ventimology's Batter first pick. You ever see Batter first pick, by the way?
No, I have not. I don't recall seeing that. That's very interesting.
It is interesting.
Don't know what they're expecting. I mean, Yanfei does play Breaking Wheel and Nightwatch, so definitely a possibility to counter that. Yeah, Batter's not really. We haven't seen Batter being utilized too much in tournaments. Batter is more of a fun character. Oh, okay, is that really? Is that okay? Okay, I was scared for a second. We were going to see the other version of Mind's Eye showing up, but it looks like we're actually going to see the Lawyer, which is a better version than both of them. So definitely more preferable and more viable. And yeah, so Yanfei looking into this team comp here, considering that Breaking Wheel and the Nightwatch are both options here. I'm curious which one he goes with. I don't really like Nightwatch into Batter. I think against a Lawyer it's fine, because if you have Insolence, you can just dash catch up right away. Against Entomologist, not too bad. But Batter's a bit of a challenge. Breaking Wheel also struggles a little bit against the Entomologist and Batter as well, although less so against Lawyer, because the Veteran's bonus is pretty irrelevant if you're a Breaking Wheel. So you just gotta sort of pick your poison here, I guess.
Indeed he does, and his poison will end up hopefully not killing him. We'll see though. It all depends what he picks here. We could, like we said, go a lot of options here. Entomologist kind of sad for Wheel. We got the Batter is pretty sad. You know what? Something I've been really sad about myself, Ellie, that Batter doesn't get used as much anymore. Batter, I feel like such a good survivor, kind of like what Cowboy used to be, saving people from so far away at a safe distance while also being safe himself. In Yanfei, gonna go with the Clown. Is this a real pick? Because I know we saw NIC's Hunter pick Clown a lot in the past, but does Yanfei also play Clown? I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen this before.
If it is Clown, I think it's not Clown. I think this is Control. I'm pretty sure it's a wax artist.
We did seriously see. Oh my gosh, he knows. He just didn't want to say anything. Wow.
Yeah. I was gonna say also Cloud would be really, I think, pretty bad against this team comp. At least against the Entomologist and the Batter. Batter, of course, can hit the clown out of his dash, and the Entomologist Bee is just hard counter clown, so that would not be an ideal situation. But we do have Wax Artist. Wax Artist, not too bad against Batter. Batter, I think, has from my experience, has a pretty difficult time kiting against Wax Artist. And then the Lawyer, of course, is just, I think, just pretty standard situation there. But the Entomologist is strong against Wax Artist. Is able to keep distance, break line of sight. Wax Artist swings slower than most hunters, so you sort of does it swing? I don't know, but they sort of getting through the bees for a Wax Artist is a bit challenging. Yeah, so
it all depends. Does the Entomologist know to go behind like a corner, like a tree, while he's busy swinging? Knowing how to use even random trees are so important. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, Leo's memory of all those trees. That's why Wax Artist is like surprisingly weak. Because all those random trees in the way, like, holy moly, you'll be thinking they're going in an open area, and then boom, they sneak behind a tree. Okay, so you gotta go around that tree, and then by the time you get around that tree, they're going behind another wall. It's just pain. So on Chinatown, you don't have a lot of that to work with. It's just buildings. So it all depends. Isn't Entomologist around the corner of a building, really? Because not a lot of walls are gonna be saving her here, unless it's hotel, which she's not gonna be going to hotel usually. She's gonna have to be dealing with those 2-story buildings. And what are the other options? We have Lawyer, who's gonna be going hotel. And really far away from you as Waxer. It's not a very speedy hunter, so it's going to be very, very annoying for Yanfei here. This is not an easy pick. This is not an easy choice here for him. Just a kind of a hunter who's going to walk a lot early game. But we'll see here. I'm your commentator, Psyche. We got my other commentator here, Elio, and we will be commentating for you round 1. Round 2, first half. I'm sorry, round 2's first half. And yeah, here we go, guys. Starting out in the right track.
See what the Wax Artist can do here. Looks like Yanfei's going to go towards the center of the map here, trying to find his first chase target. Probably not going to go for that first officer. We see the Lawyer utilizing the map to avoid being found here. And he has found the officer. That is not an ideal chase target. Definitely not something you want to commit to. Looks like he's actually going to change targets here and does find that is the Batter here, which is more ideal than the officer, but he's not even going to chase the Batter. Really trying to find, I guess, the Lawyer, because Entomologist really isn't a great chase target for a Wax Artist. So very interesting to see. He's actually going to prioritize Entomologist over the other survivors. I guess you don't really want to have to deal with the Batter in the hotel area.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in either case, this is all so hard. He was really hoping to find that Lawyer, but Lawyer bamboozled him without even the buff necessary. What can I say? He's just so good even before his buff, just proving how dominant he is. I'll stop. Slow pallet breaking from Wax Artist right there. And look at the corners of these walls being utilized. This is absolutely how you... Oh, she's not even going to drop it yet. Good patience from her. Just waiting until the Wax Artist is actually... Ooh, now the beast will be back in this kind of area, so... She might use it earlier.
I think she wanted to maybe prioritize going upstairs there. He's going to use a blink here. And Entomologist is still going to go just around the building. Not going to go upstairs at all here. Going to keep going around this way. Maybe going to drop the beast here. No. He's actually going to run in the open. I don't know if this is an ideal route here. This might cause the Entomologist to get down. Yeah, but I feel like he could have...
How are you going to survive here is the problem.
Yeah, there's no strong pallet. Batter is in the area to harass. Now, the question is, do we see fast balloon here? I actually wasn't sure when we saw the persona. I'm going to use an early ball here to avoid getting a hit, but Batter taking a lot of wax here. Wax bomb. Batter is able to flywheel it, but he's not going to be able to get the stun off, it looks like. Really trying to go for that stun, but did not get the stun.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear God, he's in trouble. Yeah, that's a big slowdown. He could have been doing a cipher during that time. Kind of committed it really hard there and then end up not realizing, hey, there's a chair right behind me. This is like one of the big things about harassers. If you overextend and there's a chair right behind you, Hunter's just going to be like, oh, hey, I'm on the way to chair anyway. Let's get a free hit on you while we're at it. And that's exactly what happened.
And now the servers do have to stop to heal up, which means the progress will be slowed down a lot here. Nobody on the any cybers right now. 2 cybers are healing. One's going to pressure rescue, and that means the cyber progress is halted. And you have 2 cybers at 64, one at 60 here, but they don't have any progress after that. So this is not a great start for the survivors. The rescue already is after half here. Looks like Skyfall is going to use that pocket watch, going to come in for the rescue, but I don't know how they can work out of this. Looks like he's going to get a hit right away onto the officer. Batter's going to try to stun and misses.
Free hit? Oh, no free hit. Also, Batter missing that ball. So much going on here. It's so hard to keep up here, but here we go. We have the Batter trying to help out since Munch is on her last leg here, she has no more chairs to use. This is her last chair. Once she dies, she's dead. So this batter has to keep her alive, preferably before knocking down, because then it becomes really hard to protect her once she's already knocked down. Look at this follow-up on the batter's end. I'm gonna try to stun him at the very least. No, he got hit into a wall instead, and he's like, ah, my ball! And then he just went into the wall and just got knocked out. So that was a KO moment for the Wax Artist. Slowed him down a lot, and now Zhao Khan is gonna be able to just loot the building. What is he supposed to do when there's a building in the way? Look at this.
See, the thing is, this is one of the ways you can combat a Wax Artist. You can prioritize. He's gonna try to blink here. It looks like he's gonna blink. Flywheel's to blink, but it's still gonna go down. Was not able to get into the pallet there. I was gonna say, this is one of the ways you can combat Wax Artist, is trying to create distance for the Wax Artist. We're just gonna Flywheel from the batter here. He's gonna go for the wax of the pallet. He's gonna throw the pallet down right away here. Really trying to get this harassment off. Yeah, they really want to push for this win. If he dies, then they're not in trouble. I mean, Officer can still save with a pocket watch. Lawyer could potentially rescue, unless he dies in the last cipher. Here's the thing: if he can share on the lawyer's cipher before that cipher's prime, then they could be in trouble, and maybe that will happen here.
I hope that's the 97%. No, it's not. It's the 81. Oh, this is really bad.
It's gonna be 97.
3% off. I thought in ciphers, because technically there's 3 seconds where the hunter. I've done this before. There's 3 seconds of time where the lawyer doesn't have nothing. The waxer doesn't have wax bomb. That was an instant farm. He needs to get something here.
Yeah, if he could block the cipher, he can block the cipher. Just block the cipher. Oh, he's just a hot wax here. Lawyer might try to pop it. He might try to pop it. He needs to wax bomb it.
Oh, he has to.
He didn't wax bomb it in time. The cipher's primed.
Oh my God, they're gonna pop.
No, they're not.
Are they? No, they're holding off. Okay, this is a little bit scary.
Oh, if Yanfei instantly wax bombed the cipher after he
Ellie, this batter has no moral time.
That's correct. But it doesn't matter because he's the lawyer. Yeah.
Chair value! Let's go! We love to see that. Is he still dead here though? Yeah.
He is still dead. He dead. Now that here's the problem is nobody's at the gate. Teleport is available. This is still an opportunity for a win here. I think the survivors will not go to the gate right away. I think they're probably gonna stay away from the gate. Does get tinnitus. Oh, but the survivor's already at the gate. Both of them are here, Psyche. So this means that maybe, does he see the lawyer here? Looks like no, he's just gonna hard tunnel the officer. Now there is an opportunity for lawyer to open the gate and the officer to run out. But
uh-oh, he's out of wax. He's out of wax.
He
really bad.
He sees the lawyer. He sees the lawyer. So
okay,
I don't think he's getting his gate open. Good.
He has very little wax. Good.
Muy bien.
Anyways, he's out of wax. He's gonna have to wait a while here, which basically secures that they get at least one person out, because he's not gonna be able to get both first officer and lawyer. He had to leave first officer because he ran out of wax to go after the gates. He has to choose. That was a great wax bomb, by the way, going through the wall. Very smart from Yanfei. They're also blocking off the pallet. This is a block here. One wax bomb, surprisingly just everything.
Yep. And they do get one survivor out the gate here, which is kind of like the bare minimum, I guess, but it's not at all what Jellybean Gangsters would have preferred here. And this is what we talked about, Psyche. This is where ST really starts to take the lead here. They have they barely squeak out a tie in round 1, and then they have a good performance in round 2. So now a lot of pressure. The pressure is on the Hunter side for Jellybean Gangsters here. Cinema Roll is going to need to actually get a 3 survivor elimination if they want to tie up this round here. Which is definitely not easy, especially in a tournament setting. So definitely a lot of pressure on Cinema Roll. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. It's just
obviously don't get a lot of ads for Cinema Rolls.
It's just not that hard, but it just is hard. I don't know.
All right, well there you guys go. Yanfei going to take down Jellybean Gangsters. Crazy. Technically Jelly Gangsters, but come on, Jellybean Gangsters. It's literally a bean in their logo, a jelly bean to be specific, not a regular bean.
Yep.
But anyway, it's crazy, man. It was crazy. It was from the very beginning. Waxers was going after that waxed up entomologist, and she was always doing a good job preventing that wax artist from getting consistent wax on her with the building in the way. There were a couple times where I feel maybe going up the stairs would have been beneficial, but there, now that I think about it, it'd also be a little bit too easy to just snipe her off with the wax before she can even drop down. And dropping down doesn't do a whole lot, to be fair, as well. So, I mean, she did have a lot of distance, though, but it would give a lot of free wax. So, in either case, it depends. I feel like her Kai was fine. It was just the moment she went to that crap, that awkward palette there, that just made it a little bit awkward there to survive there. But in either case, Banter tried to support, Banter tried to help, but because he didn't have borrowed time, that felt like an overextension at the end there, especially when, even with that chair, Banter just doesn't have any way to get out of that area without a borrowed time. Because at least if you had borrowed time, maybe you could slip behind that that tea shop area with the walls and breakable window with the 2 breakable windows in the back. Maybe you could slip in there. That would actually give him more survivability, but nonetheless, because of him trying to protect a survivor so much, he wasn't able to protect himself in the end. How poetic. Shakespeare, put that in your next poem. Oh wait, he's dead. But guys, anyway, that was really solid. And now we're going to have Cinnamon going up against the survivors. And keep in mind, YT, what am I talking about? I'm having a Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
ST?
What's
about
that?
ST?
Thank you. Thank you.
YT?
ST.
I don't even know what that is. What is YT?
I don't even know.
YouTube?
Yes. YouTube. Guys,
it's like those people who have the... Like, you should make your name Psyche at YouTube. Actually, don't do that. Please don't be one of those people. Don't do that.
Exactly. Thank you. I don't want to be...
Don't be like that.
But yeah, guys. Basically, ST's Hunter... Oh my god, it's not ST. ST's Hunter went like 1, 2, 3! Just like that. Hit the survivors 1, 2, and 3, got him all out of the game, and now we're going to have to see Cinnamoroll from Jelly Bean Gangsters match that out. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of tough, you know, because otherwise, so he's got to match it out. Otherwise, no, they're not shit. It's best of 5 here, so they have a lot of chances left, even if they do not win this. Preferably, they would rather win this match so they tie the whole round overall. Best case scenario. Ellie, anything else you want to say there? I've been talking for the last 2 minutes.
What was that thing that you just threw?
It was a pack. It was a packing ball. It was like 1, 2, and then 3. Head bomb. I missed the head bomb.
Totally.
But anyway.
Caught me off guard. All right. Yeah. This is the point in the stream where we're supposed to. What is it that Chocho always says when she commentates? Make sure everybody's... I'm going to do the Chocho voice. I can't, actually. Anyways, but Chocho is like, make sure everybody stays hydrated. Drink your water, guys. Oh, my God. So, for me... Psyche, do you have water? I have water. It doesn't even show up on the screen. I also have... high protein.
It's a green bottle.
Zero sucrose added high protein. Chocolate protein shake. No sugar. High protein. Actually, it's 4 grams of sugar, but that's not a lot. This is what you. Psyche. This is what you need. Okay, I'm gonna put you on this. All right. This is we gonna set you up, Psyche. Don't worry, it's all good.
Thank you.
I got you covered.
I'm at 118 pounds right now. I really need to help Ellie.
Yep. This is gonna get you there. Right. This is gonna get you there for sure.
Perfect. I need those because they say that you need to eat more than 2,000 calories a day, but when you have high metabolism, that's more like eating 2,600, more than 2,600 calories a day, and that's just break even. I need to eat way more than that, so I don't even know how it's possible. Ellie found a way to make it possible. Ellie, do you also have a high metabolism, fast metabolism? Do you burn more calories in a day than usual?
I think so, because I feel like some days I eat a lot and I still don't like really change. I guess to be fair, like it depends. I do a lot of like cardio things. Like I play basketball a lot and stuff like that, so I think that probably helps with that. Also, a lot of IDV's good exercise. You know, all the it's kind of like burning all the calories.
I burn more calories raging than I do writing in school.
That is true. Actually, that's something I agree with as well. Every time I stream, I burn a lot of calories because I feel like I'm gonna.
Are you being real?
No, I was kidding.
Okay,
sometimes like when you're playing,
right now.
and it's like, oh, someone threw my rank match, and you gotta throw your phone out the window, and then but you gotta stop yourself. Takes a lot of my. Oh, it's like damn, I can't throw my phone. You guys should see my old phone. It's completely shattered. I'll show you guys later. Yeah, but this is I got a new phone finally after like 200 years. So.
I had my first phone. I've had my first phone for 7 years, Ellie, before my dad got me a new phone. And it's the
pretty impressive.
14. Did you know? Is this true, by the way, Ellie? Is it true that if I read this, if you drink a cup of water in the morning, it boosts your metabolism? Is this true?
I
All right.
probably very slightly, but to a point that it's not too significant. I guess I don't know.
Well, anyway, I'm an avid milk enjoyer. I don't know if you guys ever saw Meat Canyon's Markiplier animation where they had him as like a FNAF character,
No
where
idea
it's
what
like
that
he's
is.
run on milk energy. Meat Canyon. Don't search it up right now. Watch us and these players first, because these players are very impressive. But Meat Canyon's artistry is even more impressive. When you talk about artists, but of course these players are way better at playing the game than Meat Canyon could ever wish. But anyway, he made this really disturbing animation of Markiplier just drinking milk, and it's crazy. Now, I'm an avid milk enjoyer, and you know what? I have this friend. Her name is Taylor, and she keeps telling me, Psyche, you gotta stop drinking milk, man, because you need to drink water. You don't hydrate yourself with milk.
And
I'm
protein
like, well, I do
shakes.
that at this point. Right, exactly. I don't drink protein shakes a lot right now, but I drink a lot of milk, and I almost never drink water. And you know what? She'd always argue, Psyche, you gotta drink water because it just hydrates you. What kind of weirdo drinks milk every day? I'm like, yep, that's me. I'm gonna be turning you into a Meat Canyon animation now. But in either case, guys, now I have an argument. Why not to drink water? Because it sounds so stupid when you put it that way. Why not to drink water? Because your metabolism would be boosted, and if you already have high metabolism, you're going to be so skinny, all your bones show, and that's already kind of a problem.
It's not.
Which is why I don't.
That does not.
Why I
sound
don't like going to the beaches.
Does not
But
sound
guys,
very accurate. But
I think we're losing a track here. The point
I
of
think
the
we're
story
losing the
is
train of thought. Yeah.
drink no water, all milk. Because if you have high metabolism, you'll get too skinny and you'll die. Guys, we have Boss and Grease here, as well as Love Theo picking Prospector, Officer, and Toy Merchant. This is like a solid, like just annoying team to go against as a hunter. Like the supporting character Prospector, supporting Prospector is on the weaker side of the kites, unless it's a couple hunters, but you know.
We did see a Dreamwitch ban, so Opera Singer is still available, which is pretty interesting, considering that Cinnamoroll's Opera Singer has been pretty effective, but it looks like they're more worried about the Dreamwitch instead. Now we don't see characters, no veterans bonus characters here. We do have Prospector, we do have Acrobat. Acrobat's fine, very versatile character, will be effective against pretty much any hunter, especially Opera Singer, pretty effective there. Toy Merchant, very strong on Chinatown, a lot of good catapult areas. Not really sure Toy Merchant versus Opera interaction. I've actually never seen that matchup on Chinatown, so I'm not actually sure how that will play out. We'll have to see.
I have a feeling it'll stall. Not very long, but it'll stall. You know, it's a decent. It stalls already quite a bit. I see you looking at your phone, Ellie. Don't you think you can look at phone? This is like
I'm looking
right
at.
now.
I decided to look at the chat to engage the audience more.
Oh, okay.
That's why someone actually said that. Psyche, who's older? Am I older or are you older? Someone said that Psyche's older than me.
20 right now.
I'm 20. I just turned 22. So someone said that Psyche's older than me. So that's incorrect.
Not even close.
That's
Not even close. I turned 20 in July. It's not happening for a long time. I'm stuck at 20 for a while.
Yeah.
So we're like a year and 3/4 apart. You know, he's in a different stage of life at this point, right? I mean, he's already going
in
to
college.
Like, all the special places that we're going to be calling special. But anyway,
What
guys,
does that even mean?
special, you know?
I go
But
to
anyway,
university just like this is not okay. Anyways,
let's just say by day he's a university student, and by night he goes to special places.
by night
You have
I'm an
to say
IDV
special.
YouTuber. By night I'm an
Yeah,
IDV.
and IDV, his special place is IDV. That's
It
why we
really
don't
is.
talk about it.
That's what, yeah. My special place is IDV. If I ever have like you guys know how like your happy place, you know, it's like go to your happy place whenever you have like a stressful time in your life. You know where I go? I go into my IDV application. That's where I go. That's always, you know, that's the best way to resolve any stressful instances in your life. Just go play some IDV. That'll definitely not stress you out more. Probably.
Definitely not. And guys, as we've predicted, as Ellie mostly predicted, I didn't really add a whole lot. Opera Singer there we go. Let's go. Opera Singer, pretty typical pick here. I also think it might be decent on Chinatown if she gets in a building, but if you transition out into the open against Opera Singer, she doesn't have 1,000 presence. It's gonna be tough. If they keep like transitioning from open area to open area, it's gonna be very annoying. It depends, of course. At the end of the day, it always depends. It's never that simple. But with the 1,000 presence, things really change. Opera Singer, like on maps like Moonlit, on like what's it called, on like Chinatown. I'm sure there's other examples I'm forgetting about. There's like several places like Graveyard, Eversleeping, going into like Graveyard, Eversleeping area. There's a couple places where if she doesn't have 1,000 presence, she just dies. She's just like, oh, I'm dead. She's nothing. There's nothing she can do.
Yeah.
She just dies on the spot. And you know, Hunter can never die technically, but I always like to say that when a Hunter is in a tough position, they're basically dead already. Like you already killed him. Like he died.
Yep.
In a way, even survivors can die if they lose all their momentum. If survivors just keep it all on their side, you're dead. Literally, you're dead. So.
All right, here we go. We do have the second half of the second round of the grand finals of IVA. Here we go. Cinnamon Roll gonna go ahead and go towards Tatian, which is the Acrobat first here. Acrobat does not actually have borrowed time. We see Tide Turner and Flywheel here, so this is definitely very interesting. Chasing this Acrobat first, getting rid of that character, or at least chasing the character that doesn't have borrowed time could be very beneficial in the long run. But it looks like, yeah, gonna go straight for the hotel here.
You're gonna hug the sides, and it's not much of an advantage anymore. But he is going to get a really nice bomb here. It's just the problem is I'm not sure he's going to make it up there. I feel like he should have taken the window instead. He actually does make it come. I stand correct. He does.
Although he might still get here.
Yeah, so maybe at least he's at a good pallet.
Even if he didn't go to the window, I feel like he could have red bombed at the door instead, and then the Opera Singer probably wouldn't have caught up in time. And he probably could have made it to the I think he wouldn't have even had to drop. I think he could have made it to the pallet instead. But looks like he's going to run away from the hotel here, just trying to... Oh, Toy Merchant Catapult here is going to buy a lot of distance.
Ignoring it? Wow, you got to have some balls to ignore that. He might use it again later this game.
He might use it again, yeah. But you have to consider Opera Singer is very fast, can easily catch up with this Acrobat quickly. Acrobat's going to take the loop around here, but can get blinked at this pallet and is going to go down. Was not able to Flywheel the blink there, so... bad first kite, but probably not enough for a win. We also see basement is in the vicinity, so this is going to be where Cinema Roll is going to take the Acrobat, and he's gonna make it at the chair in time.
This is definitely going to be tough. I mean, Opera Singer's not the world's best basement camper. It's not like she's got the world's best camping potential. But do not get me wrong, if you get hit far from the chair, she'll speed up like a speed demon right up to you. So she really... If she finds that target from far, she really needs to do that. But would you look at that? The survivor's already ahead of schedule. It did cost a watch, but they already slipped right through and got a free rescue in like that.
The problem is, no Tide Turner in basement is really weak. That's the problem. Yeah, if you have no Tide Turner in basement, that you have to body block, and the Acrobat just goes down. Yeah, Prospector's gonna try to stun, but it doesn't matter. He's just gonna put him on the chair. You cannot get the stun in time. So. Yeah, so that's why you have to have the Tide Turner survivor get the basement rescue. If you don't, and they can't body block, you're just in basement again. And, you know.
It's definitely a good idea in theory, but if Hunter's still camping basement, you didn't really gain anything. So, oh, what a beautiful Magnus Sun. That was just the VM. No one. Oh, wait, it actually is good now. Actually, that's protected the first. The second one now protected the first house. I thought the first one was just VM. But there we go. That was really nice. Just really slamming that rescue.
Yeah. Oh, he hits the officer as well. He hits the wrong survivor. I think he would have liked to hit the what's the name of that survivor? The Acrobat. Looks like he's gonna get stuck in a red bomb. Acrobat does the Flywheel. He needs the Flywheel to this pallet. The Flywheel's a bit early. Charge attack misses and gets on the. Oh, but he gets the hit. He gets the hit right before the. I thought he might have actually gotten that off, but he just missed that. It looks like fast swing of the Opera Singer.
I wish we would have taught Cinema Roll a lesson about why you don't ignore catapults, but unfortunately, I'm wrong. Prospector has something else to say about it. Wow.
Oh, missed Flywheel though. I don't think he'll be able to struggle. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to struggle here. So that ends up just giving a free hit, and so this is not a great position. Keep in mind the survivors only need a tie, so they played extremely aggressive here for just needing a tie, right? Like going for those rescues. I feel like a lot of these situations you could probably just sell the survivor, maybe only go for one rescue, something like that. But they played super aggressive, really trying to push for a win here when they only needed to tie because their hunter got a 3 kill. So I don't know if I exactly agree with this this line of approach here from ST Survivors.
Absolutely. LEO definitely has a point
Oh,
right.
he gets hit and
my God.
watch.
That's huge.
That's game
That's
changing.
huge. How are you going to get a whole cipher and a half done when someone is unsure? I mean, granted, it's first officer, but you have to heal up. You have to be like, okay, who's going to rescue first? Who's going to rescue second? This is going to take time away from people not doing the ciphers because they're having to walk so much just to save someone else's life that really, honestly, unfortunately should not be on chair right now. Just got a little bit unfortunate that Cinnamon just swung in the right direction at the right time. Very Parker opportunity to buy. Just swinging at a watch with a tiny hitbox like that, that was very good.
I think the problem was as well, the survivor the officer ran kind of a straight line. He didn't really juke or anything like that. And the hunter just kind of sort of swung in a straight line, and that's what happens when you don't go for any sort of juke. So it looks like we're gonna see gets the hit on the merchant through the pallet as well. He's gonna continue for the officer, and because the officer does not have any more pocket watches here, it's gonna be hard for him to cut here. Gets the hit through the pallet as well. Officer just too fast here. The last cipher machine is still at 66%. Even if they pop this one, they're still not gonna have another cipher ready. So this definitely looks like it could be a 4 kill here. And yeah, the over aggression from ST is really coming back to hurt them.
The Jelly Bean Gangsters are probably really happy right now. While meanwhile, what do we got here? We got ST holding onto their laurels here, barely trying to edge something in, but it's going to be so hard. Again, they do have a full health survivor, but it's going to be so tough to get something going here. Time Merchant gets up, going to be a great distraction while the prospect goes down. Problem is dead.
Yeah, she did.
Wait, is she teleported? Perfectly bounces all things should be. I just teleport right back.
I think the merchant should have just ran away instead of going down there, because now merchant does not have self-heal. So and the officer has an illusion but goes down anyway. He ran, you know what that was, he ran in a straight line.
Running in a straight line.
You have to juke there, you got to double back, maybe go to the side, something else there. Running in the straight line, unfortunately twice in a row here did cost Boss this kite here. And so now, you know, they have the last cipher at 66%, but 2 survivors are injured and 2 survivors are already eliminated, so I don't really know how they work themselves out of the spot.
It's definitely going to be tough for sure, Ellie. We have a cipher at 66%, but when both survivors are getting chased at the same time, it's incredible how you can just switch spots and suddenly you're chasing someone else. But him not committing to a target here is a little bit interesting. It's going to make it... He really could have gotten that time merchant down, but instead it's going to make it... Honestly, give them a chance at getting one person out now. So this is definitely a lot of momentum being lost for Cinema Roll. Come on, Cinema Roll, you got to find someone. No, there's no one here. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Okay, maybe you'll find someone. Oh, yes! Yes, fortunately for him, he just barely, he could have potentially lost a lot of momentum that he's been gaining. Oh, but that fly was going to have something to say about that momentum. And just like that, he's in the same spot. Also, keep in mind, he just used his dash in not a Shadow Realm, so he was put on cooldown. That would not be an easy chase to go after that. He has to wait at first a little bit. And you know what? He's fortunate. Oh my god, these magnets are killing my soul right now. These are really good magnets. Very good.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job buying time, but they're not. The problem is that they're not even on the right cipher. They're on a different cipher, which is 28%. Prospector does have self-heal. I guess it's not exactly over yet. If Prospector can self-heal, pressure the last cipher, but then he just teleports back to it. I don't know, it's really difficult. The problem with this as well is both of these survivors cannot pick up items, so it's not like they can pick up syringes and heal themselves. They're kind of stuck with this health situation. And it looks like he's just gonna dash around the map. You see how fast that Opera Singer is. Just dashing around the map, really trying to find the location of this merchant. And I guess give time for the Prospector to get up, maybe try to pressure a cipher, but I don't know.
You know what? It's actually possible. It depends which. We're not completely sure as commentators which cipher is the one being decoded. I haven't been paying super careful attention to who's been doing what. But if it's that cipher that's by Prospector, which I have a feeling it might be, Oh, where is Cinnamoroll going? Come on, come on. Oh no. This is gonna be hard. Yes, it is that cipher. It is indeed the cipher by the prospector. So Cinnamoroll is immediately having to get onto that.
Yep.
You know what? It is out in the open, so it's not that bad.
Oh, there's a catapult though, so he's gonna take the catapult, and he's not gonna break it. And we'll see if that ultimately makes a difference. Here's the prospector, long stun. I think that was no, it wasn't. He oh, he does a power a different side. He can just teleport. He can just teleport to the cipher. That will secure the 4 kill here, which means that ST actually will fall in this round, and Jellybean Gangsters actually wins this round. It looked like it was going to be in ST's favor there, but a 4 survivor elimination, and you see the downside of not banning the Opera Singer. They prioritized going against an Opera Singer rather than a Dream Witch, and ultimately it worked out better in the favor of Jellybean Gangsters here than it did for ST.
Unfortunately, it did not work out for ST as they were hoping for. In hindsight, maybe it would be easier to just pick Dream Witch counters if that's such a worry. But at the same time, then there's the wheel problem. Yeah, if they could just go wheel. But at the end of the day, Flywheel counters both Dream Witch and wheel. So maybe there was like, there's like some like overlap there. You have abilities that counter both hunters. So maybe like in the future, they will consider maybe banning Opera Singer in this situation, and then allowing the wheel, because it does well against both Dream Witch and wheel. And keep in mind, we did see Cinnamoroll play Dream Witch before, and so that is something to consider. And this is I'm not sure if this is like a world's scariest map for Dream Witch, but I do know Dream Witch is a scary hunter, so completely understandable. In either case, Opera Singer walks away with the 4 kill here, and is going to make it so Jellybean Gangsters, in a situation where they needed 3 kills to be even, they actually ended up getting 5 points instead of 3 points, which is amazing. So instead of being 2 points ahead, well, no, if they did, well, now they're going to be 2 points ahead.
3.
No, we're 3 points. I'm great at math. Yes. But yes, that was really good on Jellybean Gangster's side to pull that in. Really, they were hoping for just a 3-person kill, just to even it out, but that makes it a lot simpler when you have the Opera Singer, hunter that Cinnamoroll is doing well with, honestly. If I had to look and judge based off as a commentator, do I know we commentators are kind of dumb? Is that right, Ellie?
Specifically me, yes. Yeah.
But anyway, there you guys have it. Yeah, that was a very intense match. Took a long time to deal with, but in the end, Cinnamoroll, a little bit scary though. A little bit scary a couple times. She got slowed down there. The Opera Singer got slowed down there. Couldn't find a target sometimes. Lost the target. Maybe got greedy. Got too worried that the Cypher's almost done when really wasn't even that much done in the first place. And they could have cost it, but thankfully, she made her way back, found the targets she needed to find, and kind of kept the game under control without it getting too out of control. It would be the easiest way to say it, I suppose. Elio, any like key moments you want to take away from that match before we move on?
Yeah, key moments definitely. Oh, well, we'll get back to that in a sec. We are going to go to a short break in between this round, so we will be back in a few minutes. Stick with us.
Area. And he actually wanted to open this gate, but I guess it's getting hard for him, and possibly a 4K situation.
Yes, I do think it's very, very possible for this to be a 4K situation, because Chris right now has to fight as long as possible, but that very, very, very good pallet stun. I think that right now, with that pallet stun, it's going to be possibly a 1 escape situation from the survivors, but it's going to be very, very tough for the survivors even then.
Yeah, and because you solved the cipher right here, he still had the trump card in his hand. He had to stop the cipher. He's still chasing them at the same time. He's having a lot of pressure now around. We do see that they are trying to have a little bait right there. Two survivors are healing. One is hiding it. Another one was lectured.
Before they pop the cipher, then 1% eliminated before they pop the cipher, and then he just has to get 1 more person down in the game, and the drop hit!
Drop hit, very on point. He has to get out from the cipher so that they can pop it as soon as possible.
Yes, but as you can see, entomologist and first officer are very bad for that cipher progress here, and using the abnormal one.
He knows that this cipher is the last one, and they are trying to do the 2 of them. as soon as possible, and the snap come into the game.
Get her on the floor and potentially like in a position on a chair before she can rescue. But a very good trap stopping the rescue in its tracks. Chance for something real. She loves this jump up because Yaki does not actually have attention. It seems that he's going to be trying to fall that little
The speed
boy.
and the
Oh no!
little boy, that was very close.
He might struggle to be able to get the single hit on
On the double trying moving towards this area. Oh, we have an album cut in the game, and we do see that a pocket watch tries to save things. We do have very critical wall jumping right there.
Yes, I do think, but going for that blink hit and unfortunate missing and the pallet stun.
The palace done.
Lucky there, as you mentioned, but unfortunately he's going to be transitioning out of the graveyard and going into the trap, which is going to be leaving. Another is going to be open already. We have the lucky guy here who is very, very close to the dungeon. Plus, you can see, getting the outside potentially going to the dungeon.
Oh my god, it is pretty close, and he made it to the dungeon.
Buy some time because the Aquabat
The
is
blink come into the game though. Wow, he did blink out, but he did not got Gotcha right here. And Gotcha is on fire right here. So he had to stop the last cipher.
Yeah, he really does have to stop the last hit because otherwise he's going to get
And good time at all because the lucky guys, the optimal target of the
covered
enemy.
here. Seems like he's not going to be able to actually rescue it before
Oh
half.
yeah, the pop right there though. Even though it's already after half, but you do see the the player gun is just a little bit tiny.
We do see the forward in the area, and instead the Acrobat has actually gone away to try and put something else in. But missing the football stun.
Yeah, because Sishu was literally in the middle of nowhere. It's like, she tried to pull through this window, but the blade come into the head forward. Being down so fast. It's actually a very nice.
Banter here is going to be at the last cipher because if you take away the cipher progress, 89% done, one cipher remaining. That cipher is almost prime. See that he is going to be blocking the way.
The block! The block was so on point, and we have the Banter being going down.
Right now, Sichu is trying to find Coriander, and basically it's just a game of time. Coriander's objective is to try and stall as much as possible until maybe potentially getting dungeon, but it seems that he's so far away from the dungeon, he's not going to be able to get it. So definitely going to be like a 3 elimination and a 4 elimination for Sichu.
Area. And he actually wanted to open this gate, but I guess it's getting hard for him, and possibly a 4K situation.
Yes, I do think it's very, very possible for this to be a focus situation because Grace right now has to fight as long as possible with that very, very, very good pallet stun. I think that right now, with that pallet stun, it's going to be possibly a one escape situation from the survivors. But it's going to be very, very tough for the survivors even then.
Yeah, and because you solve the cipher right here, he still had the chop gun in his hand. He had to stop the cipher, and he's still chasing them at the same time. Having a lot of pressure now around. We do see that they are trying to have a little bait right there. Two survivors are healing, one is hiding it, another one for strikers.
Before they pop the cipher, then one person eliminated before they pop the cipher, and then he just has to get one more person down in the end game, and the drop hit!
Very on point. He has to get out from the cipher so that they can pop it as soon as possible.
Yes, but as you can see, entomologist and first officer are very bad for that cycle progress here, and using the abnormal one.
He knows that this cipher is the last one, and they are trying to do 2 of them as soon as possible. And the snap come into the game.
Get her on the floor and potentially like in on a chair before she can rescue. But a very good trap stopping the rescue in its track. Chance for something real. She lost because jump up because Yaki does not actually have attention. It seems that he's going to try to vault that little
the speed
boy.
board is
Oh,
the
no.
little boy. That was very close.
He might struggle to be able to get the single hit on
How about the double moving towards this area. Ooh, we have an album cut in the game, and we do see that a pocket watch tries to save it. You have very critical wall jumping right there.
Yes, I do think, but going for that blink hit and unfortunate missing and the pallet stun.
The palace done.
Luckily, as you mentioned, but unfortunately, he's going to be transitioning out of the grid yet and going into the trap, which is going to be leaving. Another is going to be open already. We have the lucky guy here who is very, very close to the dungeon. Plus, you can see, getting the alpha and potentially going to the dungeon.
Oh my god, it is pretty close, and he made it to the dungeon.
Buy some time because SPT Alphabet
The
is.
blink come into the game though. Wow, he did blink out, but he did not got Gotcha right here. And Gotcha is on fire right here. So he had to stop the last cipher.
Yeah, he really does have to stop the last second because otherwise he's going to get.
And good time at all because the lucky guys, the optimal target of the
Under here.
enemy.
Seems like he's not going to be able to actually rescue it before half.
Yeah, the pop right there though. Even though it's already after half, but you do see the the player gun is just a little bit tiny.
We do see the forward in the area, and instead the acrobat has actually gone away to try and do something else. And, but missing the football stun.
Yeah, because Sishu was literally in the middle of nowhere. It's like, just try to roll through this window, but the blade come into the head forward. Being down so fast. It's actually a very nice.
Banter here is going to be at the last effort because if you take a look at the progress, 89% done, one cipher remaining. That cipher is almost prime. See that he is going to be blocking the way.
The block. The block was so on point, and we have the beta being going down.
Right now, Sichu is trying to find Coriander, and basically it's just a game of time. Coriander's objective is to try and stall as much as possible until maybe potentially getting dungeon, but it seems like he's so far away from the dungeon, he's not going to be able to get it. So definitely going to be like a 3 elimination and a 4 elimination for Sichu.
Area, and they actually wanted to open.
Welcome back, everybody, to IVA Grand Finals. I am your host, Psyche. Along with me, we have Elio, technically Nello is hosting this. But guys, we don't talk about that. I'm your commentator, Psyche. And we are into round 3 of the Grand Finals. First half, we had a very impressive showing from both Hunters in round 2. But in the end, ST's Hunter came out on top with an amazing... No, it was Jellybean Gangsters. Jellybean Gangsters came out on top with an amazing Opera Singer gameplay right there. It's very rare that we see Opera Singer round 2. But we did see it there, and just like the sad round 1 games, if you don't go Gardener, Magician, the Opera Singer counters, it could spell doom for your team. Now, granted, they almost got away with that. They almost got away with like at least a 1-man had they got a little bit more set progress done. But it was still a close game. But in the end, the Opera Singer was able to clutch it down with 1 cipher remaining. So very impressive showing indeed from Yente, I believe her name is. I believe so. Yente. Oh yeah.
Yep. Very impressive indeed. But ultimately, Jellybean Gangsters will be on top after the second round here. And that's a pretty big lead for them to get a win there, considering that they lost the round on the Survivor side. And the Hunter to come out and get a 4 kill, that's a pretty big deal. I really think they should have allowed the Dream Witch to come out and ban the Opera Singer instead, right? I think that could have been better. And if you did allow the Opera Singer out, you need to play for more of a tie situation. Maybe prioritize a character like Embalmer could be good for going for a tie, or maybe not even go for the Basement Rescue. Play for a tie is the most important thing. If they tie that round, they win overall in the round. But they went super aggressive, like a double rescuer, 2 people rescuing, prospector harassing, BMing. You know, you never want to BM in this situation, and did not work out.
Magnets were actually good though.
It was pretty good.
Magnets were good.
But yeah,
nonetheless, slight overextension, as Ellie points out. Slight overextension from the survivors there to be so heavy on a basement rescue that probably was doomed from the beginning. Especially with Ellie saying, there's also the idea of like you could avoid a lot in the ban pick selection. Like this is a very underrated portion of tournament, but the ban picks are so important that if you mess up one ban pick, it might spell doom for the rest of your match, because you'll realize, oh wait, why are we picking this survivor? Now it's so bad against this hunter. Now some hunters are like well-rounded, so you definitely want to have like some that are good against this hunter, and you know they'll always have some weaknesses, but you'll have other strengths to combat that. But sometimes you might pick a full survivor team that dies to blocking, and your whole team dies to blocking because the hunter sees that. And so sometimes the ban, not even sometimes, a lot of times ban picks is the most important part of the game. And in that situation, what Ellie's saying, if you let the Dream Witch go through, then sure, the hunter could also pick, you know, stuff like Wheel if they go stuff like Barmaid and Psychologist, but they'll have the Flywheel. They'll know Flywheel's both good against Flywheel. Flywheel's both good against Dream Witch and Wheel. So then they have that kind of idea resonating with them. But yeah, I think Ellie wants to say something.
Yeah, I think that here, we're not sure on the map just yet, but it might be a bit of a non-meta map, so we're not going to spoil it just yet, but from what we can see with our secret caster information, I don't know if Psyche's looking at the secret caster information, but I am. We might have a potential interesting map selection here. It's not Golden Cave, as I'm sure much of you would prefer. Unfortunately, that is not tournament legal. It's also not...
I wish.
What is the name of that new one? The racehorse thing?
Hainburg Racecourse, something like that?
Yeah, I've never even played on that before. So
whatever Clerk's name is, that's the name of the racecourse.
Clerk's name is
right?
Keegan, right?
Keegan Racecourse. There you go. We found it.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's Keegan Racecourse, right? Right?
I don't know. I wasn't not sure.
Chow, help me out here.
It's Chocho, not Chocho.
Chow. I knew I said it wrong. I'm like, oh no, I said it wrong, but I don't know how to say it right. All right. In the meantime, we have a couple possible maps to figure it out. This is a best of 5. I don't think there's bans on map. In other words, I believe someone can still ban a map. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, you can ban a map through up until round 3, I believe.
Oh, but if it's best of 5, you still can't?
After rounds 3 to 5, I believe there's no map ban.
Okay.
Best of 5 is a little weird because best of 5 rarely ever happens, so I'm not actually entirely sure on the map ban rules for best of 5. But I believe it's either you can ban maps for the first 2 rounds, or you can ban maps for the first 4 rounds. But I'm not sure entirely. Yeah.
Well, in either case, we're not going to be seeing. No, it's all good. I don't know, honestly. No one goes to best of 5. Come on.
Yeah.
We also have. What we do know is there cannot be Chinatown anymore, and there cannot be whatever the first map was.
Red Church.
There cannot be some map.
Actually, there can be Red Church if it's picked by the team that didn't already pick it. So one team cannot pick the same map twice, but the other team can pick a map that even if it's chosen by the other team, they just can't pick the same map twice.
Can't wait to see Chinatown twice in a row. And here we guys go. Here it comes.
But it rarely happens, of course, because usually what's good for one team is not as good for the other team. So.
Indeed. Usually not, but trying something a popular map, I also wouldn't be surprised. Ellie, I think this is now an important time to discuss Brush Break.
Oh yeah, we were doing that over the break. As soon as we went on break side, he's like, I think now is a good time to do a brush break. And we did a brush break.
Here we go. We got a brush break from Ellie. He's got a comb. He's doing a comb break. Comb break? Comb doesn't pronounce the B yet.
Comb.
Is scent?
Comb.
Does scent have a C in it or S? We'll never know. It's just one of the greatest mysteries on. Is scent? Scent? I always feel like the S is silent because you know there's.
All right, let me
also,
ask you this,
like,
Mikey.
scent.
Let me ask you this. Do you say envelope or envelope?
Envelope. I just say letter, honestly. I would say
What-
envelope.
What's the other one? Caramel or caramel?
Caramel. Caramel.
Interesting.
Do you say?
Okay.
How about this? Game developer or developer?
Don't say developer.
Only I say that. That's the
Sure. Do you say? Well, I already know the answer to this, but do you say photographer or photographer?
photographer, because he graphs photos, guys. Come on.
Photographer.
Photographer. He graphs
Okay.
photos.
Okay, do you say crayon or crayon?
What? There's a difference there?
You say
I didn't even know
crayon
that.
or
Oh
crayon?
my god, this best of 5 is gigantic. Look at all these games we have left. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, but this is important. It's like crayon or crayon. Crayon or crayon.
I can't hear the difference. Crayon or crayon? What's the difference?
Crayon.
Crayon? Like cranberry.
Yeah, like cranberry.
What's the difference?
Crayon or crayon.
I
It's
say-
just crayon or crayon.
I'll just tell you how I say it. Crayon. Crayon.
I used
crayon.
to say crayon when I was younger, so
Crayon.
I said crayon.
You probably
What map
ate
is
them
this?
too.
Is this sacred?
No, this is not secret. This is the special Edward Scissorhands crossover map that is returning specifically for this tournament. What an exciting moment in IDV history! We are going to see Edward Scissorhands crossover returning for the final time.
This
No,
looks
I'm
like
just
sacred.
kidding.
It looks like double doors on sacred to me. But
It is Sacred Heart Hospital. Fun fact,
Yeah.
guys. We talked about this with BK Boy. There was an Edward Scissorhands crossover where the whole map on Hotel was changed to become a snow map, just like Leo's memory, but put on Hospital. And they were actually even removed statue. Statue just got removed and they put a fountain there instead. I don't think any of the palette areas got changed, but it was so weird that there was a fountain there because it's like, oh, it's so hard reaching that palette now from like this specific direction or like something like that. It was like awkward. I only played it as Hunter, but man, those were the days. And like Nello Mello knows how to bring people from the past, a blast to the past, I guess is the way to say it. There you guys go. Look at all these survivor bands. We have just begun round 3 and we already have all these survivor bands. This has just begun. The chaos has already just started. And what are they gonna pick? They already picked Painter, guys. How are they gonna come back round 5 if they don't have Painter? See, Painter is such a great round 5 survivor because he's a coordinator. It's like a coordinator, guys. Speaking of which, Ellie, now that we're entering round 3, round 4, round 5, how do you as Survivor deal with all these bans? Like, is there any? We're actually gonna run out of ban space by the time round 5 comes. Is there anything like you can do as Survivor to kind of help minimize those ban selections, like killing you in round 4, round 5?
well, you definitely don't want to get your rescuers banned too early because those characters are going to be very important as the rounds progress. So if you run out of rescuers, then that's not really ideal. So, obviously having, characters like Mercenary still available is important. Wildling still available is important. And so they're not going to pick those characters early on here, which means that we could see one of those characters get banned, such as Mercenary ban here. I think would be pretty strong. So you don't have to deal with any of that rescuer anymore, as Mercenary and Officer are currently the 2 best rescuers in the meta. So we'll see what Cinema Roll bans. You know what this reminds me of? Cinema Roll reminds me of, the Auntie Anne's pretzels or whatever. Those
yeah,
like
those are pooch. Those are
Yeah, those-
pooch. They
those
have
are
them
pretty good.
everywhere.
They have them, and they also have them in like every airport in America. I don't know if you noticed that. If you ever taken an
Oh
airplane.
yes, they have
in
it in
every
like,
airport.
shopping malls too.
Yeah. For
Always
some
at
reason,
shopping
I don't know why, but Cinema Roll reminds me of Auntie Anne's, even though they don't even sell cinnamon rolls. It just kind of reminded me of that.
It's a baked good made by someone's aunt.
Yeah, so I mean that's
Ooh,
close.
aunt or aunt?
Ooh,
I
aunt.
usually say aunt.
I say
say
aunt.
aunt. I don't know why I said aunt. I'm gonna
Aunt.
nerd.
I feel like
Oh.
aunt is probably the correct pronunciation, but I say aunt. Yeah. Wait, no, do I? Aunt, aunt. Actually,
I used to have.
I feel like I say both.
aunt.
I actually don't know. I
Yeah,
don't actually know.
I used to have an aunt. Her name was Aunt Aunt.
Aunt. Okay,
I'm
that makes sense.
Aunt Aunt. We see Mercenary here picked because the Hunter chose not to ban Mercenary, so they're gonna pick Mercenary before it's too late, and they're gonna be dead. Just kidding. You don't really need a rescuer. Like it's not like the end all or be all to not have a rescuer on your team, but at bare minimum, you have to have someone who's good at rescuing. There's a couple options. You know, back in the day, a long time ago, Perfumer was considered a good rescue character. Look at how far we've come now. Look at how far we've come now. It's so
And
sad.
now Perfumer sucks. So
And now, as sad as it makes me say, this one I cannot defend. If you put Perfumer in D tier, I would not argue with that. On the other hand, like, do
okay,
you know
I don't think
how
Perfumer
bad
is
she
D
is?
tier. Perfumer's not D tier, but she's not anywhere near. Perfumer used to be S tier. Remember? Didn't she? Used
She
to be
was.
S tier? Yeah.
She was S tier for years. I would always be playing. I played her for years and years and years. That's the whole reason, like, why I like the instant like reaction survivors, like Magician, like Seer, like, well, I don't like Seer as a kiter because he kind of only has one owl compared to like other people having their abilities in owl. But
Yeah.
keep on going.
It's so interesting to see how the meta has changed. If you think about it, Ripper used to be S tier, Photo used to be S tier, and a lot of these characters weren't even changed. In fact, Ripper's been buffed since then, and he's still not very good. Photo,
Ripper never
is
got
not.
nerfed.
Yeah, Ripper never got nerfed. Photographer never got nerfed, right? I don't think.
He
right?
did get
Or-
nerfed. He did get
Did he
nerfed.
get nerfed?
It was
Okay,
a pretty
well-
hefty nerf. It was a
Okay.
pretty.
I don't know. I
huge
didn't
nerf.
actually play back then, so I'm not sure. But I do know. I did see some old videos where characters like Photographer and Ripper used to be super good. Soyver used to be super broken though. Soyver got nerfed a lot, but she used to be super broken back in the day.
Yo, can we just talk about how Photographer had 30-second cooldown on his camera back then? That's not the main reason he was good. It's mostly because no one understood how the camera would work and that he could get surprised. Once people learned that, I feel like the nerf was unnecessary at that point, but at the time, I didn't even realize Photographer was nerfed because he was still that good. People still didn't know what to do against him. So I didn't even know he got nerfed, but eventually I was like, wait a second, it's taking longer for these cameras. It's like, oh, that's the 15-second nerf.
Yeah.
So
I think
At
the
least
same.
I-
I think back in the day, the team comps were always just like, wasn't it just like Mercenary, Forward, Mechanic, Perfumer, or something like that, or Seer? No, you'd ban like Seer or Priestess or Merc or something, right? And then you just go like Forward, Mechanic, Seer, Priestess, Perfumer, something like that, right? It was always those characters.
So it was the main four: Mercenary, Gear, Priestess, Mechanic. You'd see that
Right.
almost every ranked team.
Right.
One of them would be banned, and then they just replace it with like the fifth survivor, which is like I forgot what the next fifth best survivor, Perfumer would have been.
Perfumer, yeah. And
So
then
there's,
Forward,
like,
and then
five
Forward
options.
kind of became good, right?
And Forward was a sixth character. They were all super good. Can you imagine what a horrible meta that must have felt as?
It was only
Good thing
6. It was
Drake
literally
was
just
in the
6
game.
characters. It was just 6 characters. That was the whole meta.
Good thing Dreamwitch was in the game. Oh, that was so fun. Remember, guys, when abnormal was always 50%, always 50% abnormal. It never decreased with the game's progression. It was always 50%. Can you imagine if we lived in a meta like that?
Yeah. Crazy.
The first time I experienced that was actually against a Wu Chang, not against a Dreamwitch. No, was it a photographer? It was probably a photographer. But a photographer kept going back, or a Wu Chang kept going back and kept annoying the cipher. And that's when I realized, holy crap, why is it always 50%? That's the first time I really realized, wow, this is so dumb. And it's like, it only worked because we had to be patient, and there was no such thing as patience survival at the time. Just patience, having patience. We're still waiting on the hunter, by the way, but having patience was very important. And we just kind of died stupidly. I'm sure I don't remember the exact details, but when Dreamwitch came out, that's when they nerfed Abnormal, because then Trump Card came out, and then what you had happening was every game, Dreamwitch would switch to Abnormal, and just Abnormal Cypher twice. It would go down from 99 to 0.
Really?
That was
Oh,
great.
yeah, because
Yep.
you could double. Yeah, and that's before
Yep.
and Dreamwitch used to not have any cooldown, because now when you use a trade, it's 20-second cooldown for the next one. And back then you don't have to do
People
that.
show me it doesn't work. I've had people show me that you can bypass the cooldown sometimes. Like there's no
I think
cooldown.
if you use main body, there's no cooldown for the followers. But if you use a follower, then another follower cannot use it. So I guess you could go
They
like.
showed me that a follower used it, and then the other follower's so high I couldn't explain it. I didn't know.
I
what
think
was
that's a glitch. Maybe it's all a glitch. Maybe it's
going on. I wonder-
maybe this is the Matrix. We're all just living in a whatever it's called. What is it called? The computer
We're
system.
living in a skibbity world. We have
No,
Night Watch.
that's not what it's called. It's called what is it called? The not
He
the.
doesn't know that.
I haven't watched the Matrix in like 2 years. We live in an illusion, not an illusion.
Skibidi world.
It's not what it. Okay. Anyways, I'll figure it out later. Simulation. That's the word I was looking. Or what
Starts
I mean,
with an S
simulation.
still.
Yeah.
Cinnamoroll going in with the Nightwatch, just a very well-rounded hunter, as we've seen. Even after Nightwatch's nerf, it was a hefty nerf. Not gonna lie. To this day, I'm still not sure if they nerfed the dash. It definitely feels like the dash is slower at its job than it used to be.
They did nerf it. I felt the difference. I noticed it. That's what I was
I
playing.
knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I could feel it when I was playing. I'm like, something's off here. Like, they did not just nerf the wind. They did not mention this dash nerf. Like, something feels off.
I felt like the dash was
But guys, we have Dancer, a very underrated character that I don't see a lot of people talk about. Dancer, even after her nerf, like, the slow box is still way better than the fast box.
Yep.
It's just so good because you got to think about it in terms of math. If you put a percentage, think about it. So fast box is only like 3% faster over a slow box slowing down a hunter, which is like 12%, but fast box is like 15%. And overall, the 12% is still gives you more distance than like a red music box because as a survivor, you don't walk as fast, so that percentage doesn't impact you as much compared to a hunter who walks very fast. When they're hit with any percentage, it affects them so much more. So with the power of math, thank you, Einstein and Nikola Tesla, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Anyway, guys, we have Nightwatch here. If you know the meme, you know. If you know, you know. But anyway, Cinnamoroll going in with Nightwatch. Very just overall well-rounded hunter. But guys, like we said earlier, if that prospector peepers.
Let's have peepers. Yeah, this is interesting. Peepers is usually not.
Oh my God, he jumped over it.
Yeah, he does jump over that in time. He does have prospector does have a speed boost. Not have. He's gonna take a hit here. He's not able to get to the window because there wasn't confined space. I feel like the prospector should have maybe tried to like.
Please tell me boxes.
Yeah, there is boxes. Yeah. I feel like the prospector should have tried to bait at the pallet instead of throwing it down right away. That way the dash would have worn off and you would have had to break it instead of jumping. But it is a risky, but it could have maybe worked out. But anyways. We do have the slow box buying a little bit of time here. Not too much time, though, as he does have peepers to see where the prospector is. It's going to make it through to this next window. We'll go ahead and jump this confined space going up. Going to use his peepers again. Prospector mind game with the pallet. Does get down at the pallet. Pretty fast down for being on hospital here.
I'm not sure why the Dancer put a fast box down. When I've tested the speed, it is actually slower because of the speed it takes to pick up the box is too long. Like, maybe it's like half a second faster. Like, I don't know, maybe it was like alpha half a second, but it feels like it's kind of a risk because if a driver approaches you, well, then they just break the box or you have to pick it up and you're so far behind in the pipe. So, overall, I'd wonder why not put a second blue box, like by the window at rooms. I felt like that would have been really nice for the prospector. But anyway, we have the person right here trying to get stuck in with the Nightwatch. Stuck. Can he get a turn shot? No! Did not get lucky with the turn shot. That's a nice there. Fast power break. Gonna slow down this prospector from getting that was a very sad magnet. That magnet is not attached.
And he's gonna go down here most likely. Oh, he actually breaks the pallet instead. I think that was a misclick. Actually, that happens to me a lot. That happens to me a lot. Yeah, when you try to turn and you try to run the other way, you actually hit the pallet. It's so annoying.
I think Cinnamoroll just got Nightwatch there. Anyway. He has to break it. Fast power breaking is saving his bar right now. I don't know if you guys saw how many times he's had to break a pallet. It was really nice for that moving spot, stuff like that. Hits the prospector. Anyway, is Lawyer gonna give a free hit now with the stash? There's nothing he can do. Fly with maybe? Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay. That would have been really bad if he didn't get that hit in. That was very important. That's gonna be huge now. Yeah, we're gonna see what the surrounds do. Guys, look at the side. This is still not Nightwatch's game. Cinnamoroll is still not out of here.
So it looks like the last Cypher machine is the Cypher that he did die on, that 50% Cypher here. The thing is, if you get only a tie on Sacred, that's not really that ideal. You typically, as a Survivor side, you want to try to get at least a 3 escape on Sacred. You know, Sacred is such a Survivor-sided map. In tournaments. Huh?
Definitely, I'm just agreeing with you. You gotta keep that momentum up. Like, you can't just afford to only get a tie here, because then what if the opposing survivors easily get a win? If those boxes were just... I also feel maybe the prospector spawn was a bit iffy, kind of cornered himself very easily. Didn't spend a lot of time rotating because of that, where he otherwise could have like spawned at like mid mid right side and then like force Hunter to walk after Shed or like Dawn Hospital. If they spawn Shed and then Box is gonna be placed in hospital. Like there's so many things that could have happened here. But I feel like the spawn was just kind of iffy there. Lawyer's gonna get pulled by the wind. Beautiful wind there. The wind
He's mapping. Oh, he ulted him.
Okay.
Mapping was not working.
You know what? This game is decided by if they can pop that cipher. If that cipher's done, thank God. Because these survivors would have been in trouble. That was like 75 cipher.
I think here you can just change targets to the dancer. I think that's the goal here. Change targets to the dancer. That way she can't decode the last cipher machine.
Wise choice.
Yep, and it also forces the mercenary to come in for a rescue instead of popping his ciphers as well. Well, I guess we would have had to do that anyway, but...
Oh, what a beautiful twirl. Got out of the way. She still might get hit here. Flywheel. Just got to time it right.
Oh,
it looked good. It looked good.
Sometimes that just happens where it looks like it's going to be a good flywheel and she did. On the last cipher too, this is really not ideal. I guess they do have another cipher machine started here. It's 40%, so... and Lawyer, of course, can get through the... Yeah, you can get to the cipher super quick. So, and we also know the Hunter does not have trump cards, so there's no way for this this Nightwatch to teleport to the survivor here. You could dash over there, but if you do dash over, they have this other cipher machine that's almost ready at about 67% of the way now.
Oh, I've been in this position that Cinnamoroll's been in as Hunter. It's definitely tough because, you know, he's doing the right thing here. He's pressuring multiple people, not letting the cipher progress catch up to him, but at the same time, because he just got that cipher off early on by Force, it means that he doesn't have time to spare anymore. He has to kill this lawyer earlier, and if he doesn't, well, it's gonna be too late. Oh my goodness, if that wasn't a hit, then that definitely would have been a time. Just barely.
But I think it still is. I think it still is. That cipher machine is 80%. Does not have any basement or anything to work with. He could try to chair all the way at the T-wall area, which means that it's a hard rescue, but it is a mercenary with an elbow pad, so I think it's probably not going to matter. And it looks like Survivor's not going to... Oh, does struggle free, so they definitely will be able to play for the end game now. Lawyers, the goal for Lawyer here is just try to push the hospital. Try to position yourself. Try to position your... Well, I think it's his only chance to go for a win at that point, but now you're going to push for hospital, and you have this hospital end game. You also know where the dungeon is as well. This is actually go for the mercenary instead here.
Oh,
he popped too early!
Whoa, what was that pop?
Oh, that's a huge misstep from ST here. That could be completely game-changing now.
Well, Mercenary on top of that, usually we don't see the Mercenary impact the game at all, but I mean, with a hit like that, he's gonna go down instantly now. Doesn't even get any chance to get out of the way of like any... In fact, he kind of ran... Well, he couldn't run to the other direction because Answer was there. He's just stuck in between two gates. Which kind of brings me back to the Fusion game where Fusion lost to OM because that was nice. Wasn't that nice when Momo got stuck in between the two chips of a clerk and a pallet? That was nice. Just like how right now the Survivor chair is stuck between two gates, so he really has easy access to both sides. So, this is yikes. This is yikes.
Yeah. This is tough. Let's see here. We're gonna have Lawyer. So making it this pallet here. It does have the vault focus to jump over the pallet here. Lawyer's just gonna loop this as much as possible. Dungeon is here as well, but it's gonna be a long time before that dungeon is going to open up here. Good mind game from the Lawyer. Not gonna throw the pallet down right away, but I think it's really just a matter of time here. We're gonna see the rescue. Can he get the vault off? Does get the vault off in time. Good job for the Lawyer just baiting here, but is gonna go down that slow drop with the keeper there.
He stalled for a long time. That was really good. Look at this. The chain's just not close enough to the gate, but still. Like, in terms of Nightwatch, you can easily reach both gates, but in terms of Survivors, they have a hard time rescuing that and still getting to a gate in time.
Well, the Nightwatch needs to take a guess here. He needs to try to predict which gate is being opened. He's going to the wrong gate, which means that this might be enough for a tie now. Unless he can catch the gate. I don't know. We'll see.
I think he could. I think he absolutely could. It's gonna be down to the wire. It's gonna be down the wire. He's gotta go for it. Okay, he's gonna play it safe, actually. He's gonna opt. No, now he can't make it. Oh wait, he'll still make it. He'll still make it.
Into nothing. But can they make the rescue? Dancer has an elbow pad to make it a chair. She flywheels. She gets it at 99.
She made it!
She gets it at 99, which means this game is still not over. Mercenary is dead on chair. So I'm not sure where he's going. Mercenary, I think he forgot Mercenary is dead on chair. So
Cinema roll.
Unless I'm tripping. Am I tripping? Yeah, Mercenary's dead on ship. Yeah. So what's gonna happen here is Dancer's gonna run out the gate, and Lawyer's gonna push the dungeon. That's the game plan here. So here comes the Dancer. She's gonna. But Lawyer's running away.
This could still very well be a tie. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they just don't know. Maybe they never check. This is a very critical portion of tournaments, guys. People just forget to check where dungeon is, and at least in situations like this.
That's a big miss on that swing. If he hit that Dancer there, he could have pulled her back and maybe prevented her from making out the game. But she was gonna make it out. But the problem is that Lawyer he doesn't know where the dungeon is. They don't know where the dungeon is here, Psyche, which means that Lawyer's gonna pick up crows.
Why not go for the... He made all that distance to the gate just to turn around. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know what... He could have just pushed the gate, I think, but now I don't think this dungeon's gonna happen here. Cinnamoroll does see him. He's gonna just run into the hunter and die.
You gotta commit to one or the other there. You gotta commit to one or the other, not both. And in that case, unfortunately, he was not able to get either. He didn't even... There wasn't even a chance of getting either. There was at least a chance at the gate, at least a chance for a dungeon. Of course, he didn't know where dungeon was, maybe until later. But in either case, that was a yikes performance, to say the least. It was definitely difficult at the beginning there with that prospector early down, but they did such a good job pulling it back. Just for an accidental misstep with the pop, none of that really should have happened. Just one mistake, one mistap, one mistake, I suppose. We can't go any further with this. Ended up costing them the game, and they almost pulled it back. It would have been really impressive. They did pull it back, but.
And the hardest part about this is that it's not only a 3 elimination, but it's on Sacred Heart Hospital, which means now the Jelly Bean Gangster survivors get to play on Sacred, and they only need 2 out the gate, and that is extremely easy to do on Sacred. So I think they probably will have a pretty good time with that.
They could sit in hospital and then go for dungeon. I've done it so many times where you just let everyone leave and force someone to come after you in hospital, and then if you know where dungeon is, you just set up a route to it and just it's over. You get a boost to dungeon. It's in either corner. The worst place to try to get dungeon, I find, is like by the 2 pallets between shed, but like the other corner one, you could like get a window boost to it along the way. So is for the other one. Like, it's so annoying as comes to that. There's just nothing they could do about it. And now Jelly Bean Gangsters has this in their hands. They could seriously pull this off, and that's if they really need it. They might not even need it on top of that. So we'll see either way. I know I had a lot of hospital matches today in rank match. I was very happy. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, it is very
it's nice.
Very difficult.
Yeah, basically, for those of you who are wondering, how do you kite in hospital? Well, you can just run into hospital, and that's it. GG. So, just take a hit, run to hospital, or don't even take a hit, just run into hospital. What's so good about hospitals, you can play many characters that are like good at entering hospital. You can play like Patient, things like Toy Merchant even can just fly into hospital. Entomologist can just ride the bees into hospital or help survivors kite into hospital. Anything that gets into hospital is really good. Just get into hospital, and 90% of the hunters in the game can not really deal with hospital loop that well. So there you go.
One thing we haven't been seeing a lot is Geisha. Remember, guys, what do you say? Geisha or Geisha? Geisha, obviously.
Geisha.
But in either case, Geisha would be a pretty decent pick. Geisha would be a pretty decent pick if you were able to like have hunters who go through the windows very easily. You just follow them right in. But I haven't seen Geisha from either of these hunters the whole tournament yet. At least maybe I missed something with ST's hunter, but definitely not from Cinnamoroll. A lot more like of the newer hunters, like Nightwatch, Opera Seeker, Wheel, Wax Artist. This is why Perfumer sucks. By the way, all the newer meta hunters are just completely obliterate her on top of Anne, which we're not even gonna get that in. She's not even a new hunter. She just obliterates Perfumer. Yep. So there's a lot of options that Cinnamoroll could pick. Sorry, not Cinnamoroll. The ST's hunter. I forgot their name again, unfortunately.
The ST hunter?
Ellie, do you remember? Yeah, the ST hunter. What was it?
The ST hunter is. No, I forgot.
Jan. It starts with Y-A. Jan.
Now I'm forgetting. What is going on?
No,
Yanfei?
we're just gonna move on. But yeah,
Yanfei.
It's gonna be tough because Yanfei has to bring it back. 3% escape, 3% kill to just bring back what just happened to the survivor side, and that's very, very difficult when you have all these survivor setups that you can do in hospital, plus the fact that you know, I don't think Yanfei plays any like amazing like hunter who can like traverse hospital very quickly. Maybe Nayet. Maybe Nayet, if they do have Nayet, could be okay. Gisha would be really nice here if they go stuff like Patient. We've seen Gisha a lot in the past, especially in China, I believe, right, Ellie? Where they'll go Gisha, and maybe not anymore, but Gisha's still a very strong hunter because of the fact she's able to catch up to those transitioning characters, which is exactly what the meta is mostly about. When Clerk was meta, that's why Gisha was known, because everyone was trying to counter Clerk, and Clerk being such a annoyingly slow hunter, she walks pretty fast. But given that she has no movement speed ability, she was slow by that definition. Gisha just completely went after those kinds of survivors, completely ate him up, to say the least. Very dominant hunter, if you put it like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Geisha, very strong. And also not too bad on Hospital, just because you can... Geisha has very easy access to Hospital. You can like dash through the birdcage window. You can jump up, and then you can dash through that open area and upstairs. Geisha has a lot of weight. Geisha's pretty good at Hospital because you can close distance. You have easy access to Hospital. Many ways in which Geisha is pretty good on this Hospital map. So definitely a possibility, but I don't know if that's something we'll actually see. I just realized that I had my air conditioner on for like the last 2 hours, but like I just realized how cold my feet are. My feet got like super cold from the air conditioner, and I didn't actually realize it till now. I accidentally just like touched my foot, and my hand just like froze because my feet was so cold. It was kind of...
became an icicle. I've been wondering what that noise in the background is for a while now, but it's all good. It's all good. Sometimes we just, I've been in like apartments before where sometimes like the fan of the whole apartment complex would go off. So I was thinking maybe it's that, but no, Ellie, this is your fault. I always should.
Unfortunately, living in Thailand, it's always summer essentially here, so air conditioning is kind of required. Yeah, it's kind of required.
Bro also bought his home for 40 cents in Thailand as well. Guys, which one do you say, Thailand or Thailand? Personally, who doesn't say Thailand? I've always said Thailand.
Nobody says that.
It matches the English language. As I've grown older, I realized maybe I should switch over, because when I grew older, I realized, hey, Thailand doesn't sound the best. But anyway, Thailand, crazy cheap stuff over there. Ellie knows all about it. He can give you a whole story about how he got his 40-cent home in 7-Eleven, because it's so popular there apparently.
7-Eleven, there is 7-Eleven literally there's like 2 on every block. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's a 7-Eleven on one side of the street. There's literally 2 7-Elevens next to my apartment. There's one downstairs, and there's one, like, if you walk like...
Bro, they're competing.
100 feet in another door. If you walk like 100 feet, there's another one. So...
7-Eleven competing with 7-Eleven. Which one's gonna come out on top?
Yeah.
But yeah, Ellie told me some crazy statistic, like in like a block range or like a mile range, if anyone uses miles here, in like a certain area range, there's more 7-Elevens in Thailand than like the entire US.
There's more 7-Elevens in the city of Bangkok than there is in the entire United States of America. So in one city, which is Bangkok, there's more 7-Elevens. I think there's around 11,000, and in the US there's around 9,000, something like that. So it's crazy. In one city, 11,000 in one city. Crazy.
I'm actually not too good in geography. Bangkok is in Thailand, right?
It's in Thailand, yes, central Thailand.
That's a crazy coincidence that a city like Bangkok is named in Thailand. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Nope, I think that's just you.
Nope.
Shoot,
I should have known. Guys, could we look at the band for a second? Bonbon Sculptor? I think they're onto something. Now, I don't know. We did see a Bonbon before. I don't remember. I think it was Cinema Roll, where Cinema Roll played Bonbon, and they just got absolutely annihilated by a dancer, right?
Oh.
Or was it Yanfei?
I don't remember. Yanfei did play. I think it was Yanfei did play Bonbon round 1 and barely managed to get a tie, if we remember that game. But that was for today, so I'm not sure about the past games. But Bonbon and Sculptor. Sculptor's interesting. We don't really see Sculptor get banned a lot anymore. Not really much of a meta hunter for the most part. So curious decision here.
Sculptor would be decent in Hospital. You could block up double doors and obnoxiously the pallet here at Hotel. It's really annoying. I can consider it, but when you go stuff like Patient, it's too good. It already makes the characters good on Hospital even better. Like, because they already counter Sculptor, plus they're already good on Hospital, Hospital already good on Hospital. So you know what? I feel like in the right situation she'll be good, but if against Patient, Toy Merchant, be pretty sad. I can already tell it was going to stop me there, so I'm going to stop my stuff.
Yeah.
We also have the Antiquarian coming out. Guys, keep in mind, Antiquarian was the 3rd pick here. Will not be banned for rounds 4 and 5, so Yanfei has to still worry about these Antiquarian for the future rounds. Chose not to ban it now, but we'll see if that bites him in the butt right now at the moment. They also have First Officer. You know what? This is a scary lineup, all things considered. Look at how well they picked these survivors like Batter, Gardner, Magician in the early rounds to secure such a strong survivor lineup in a round that you really wouldn't normally see this. Even look at how many good stuff was banned. Priestess, Toy Merchant, Acrobat, Mercenary. They still have all these good options left because the Hunter's banning them so they could still use them in the future rounds. On top of this, they already have current good survivors that they're using, like Dancer, Seer, Antiquarian, First Officer. Just keep in mind that these two are going to get banned next round. Seer and Dancer, though. Keep in mind, again, pick them first. So they're going to get banned. They are decent survivors, but they're going to get banned. And it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world at all.
We do see Wax Artist here, which is pretty interesting. I've never been a huge fan of Wax Artist on Sacred. I found this is one of the hunters that is not very good on Hospital, and can easily get Hospital looped. Pretty difficult for them to secure the down. So I'm not sure if I exactly agree with this character here. Yeah, I mean, again, one of the ways you kite Wax Artist is just break line of sight, and what's better than Hospital for breaking line of sight? Nothing. It's just Hospital's the best. So
maybe on Factory, but Hospital has an undeniably OP kiting area. So
yeah,
if anything, it rivals on Factory is even better.
Absolutely. So I don't really, not a huge fan of Wax Artist here, but we'll see what we can do. Does need to get a 3 elimination to at least tie the round. So definitely would say that Jelly Bean Gangsters are looking pretty favorable here. Against this team composition, you do have some good chase targets. Seer's pretty good chase target for Wax, as well as Antiquarian. Dancer not so much. But the biggest problem is it doesn't really matter how good the chase target is. It's literally Hospital. You just run into Hospital, probably a slow box or 2 in there, and you're getting looped for a long period of time.
Indeed, it's going to be hard to do anything as long as the survivors can get to Hospital. Last game, we did not see the Prosperity get into Hospital. In fact, we never saw anyone go into Hospital last game, did we? It was all just people dying around
correct.
Hospital.
Yeah, nobody, yep.
There was one point where Lawyer struggled 3, and then they tried to go into Hospital, I think. No. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what happened. And then Hunter just decided, Cinema Roll decided, nope, not going for that win after the Mercenary. Lucky for Cinema Roll, that choice was game winning because they ended up popping that saber right before Mercenary got hit. So yeah, that was really nice for Cinema Roll. But we'll see if Yanfei gets as lucky as that to get a 3-man like that. But of course, it's gonna take a lot. They're gonna need mistakes, and that's a big mistake that he'll like to see here. So here we go. Psyche and Ellie commentating this match for you guys. We have ST versus Jelly Bean Gangsters JG, and yeah, let's see what happens here. First things first, we got Zhao Khan here on another peeper match. We're seeing a lot of peepers here, Ellie, on Hospital.
Yeah, a lot of these hunters like to go peeper. Oh, Seer running into the hunter there. That's a really early hit. So Zhao Khan, not a great start here at all. He's gonna go to this pallet, he's gonna get the pallet down, but he's gonna eat some wax in the process. And only 2 cybers have been decoded so far, so they're definitely a little behind on the area right now.
He is a pretty solid kiting area against Waxers. This is exactly what Ellie was talking about. The line of sight block too. I don't know about this route though. I feel like he could have looped that window a little bit more and gone back to the at the ruins. Now it might be easy pickings here. This rock, what a great job from Zhao on this rock. But unfortunately though, it's still gonna require a hit because this pallet's just not good inherently. Plus, where are you gonna go after this?
Yeah, he's also going to block the pallet as well. He's going to get a lot of wax here. Trying to get as much owl as possible, but not going to matter here. He's going to be able to secure the down. And already, I mean, 2 ciphers have 80% progress, but the 3rd cipher has almost no progress. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe the cipher was blocked off. Is it the dancer that was setting up boxes? Could have been. But
he is going to destroy this box, I hope, right? Yes, he does. But it's going to allow a free rescue. This is huge. Uh-oh.
Does he know which survivor is which? Looks like he does spot out. He does tell the difference here. Does spot out the Seer. And he's holding the Seer away from Hospital. That's the goal here. You want to keep the Seer outside of Hospital. Don't allow easy access to hospital here. And Quinn coming up for the support here. Can they go for a stun? Gets a second owl, but it's canceled anyway.
Almost canceled the recovery of the owl on top of that. That would have been worse.
And
But the antiquarian has something to say about that.
beautiful
my
flywheel as well,
goodness,
getting them
flywheel.
into hospital.
Don't get hit! Oh,
Taking the hit.
that was
It's
so good.
Yeah, I think it's still okay though. It does buy a lot of extra time. He gets the Seer into hospital. Does have the slow boxes as well, and you really see right here why hospital is so difficult. And Yonfei's just gonna lead. No, okay, he found the Seer again. Okay, you see why hospital. This is it. This is all you gotta do. Just run into hospital, and you can rebound kite in here. You have slow boxes. You have hospital loop to work with. The goal for Jalcon, just don't run into the hunter, and you'll be able to kite for a long period of time here.
We saw this happen. Again, I'm assuming it was Cinema Roll's Bonbon. We saw this happen to Cinema Roll. I was already a little bit iffy on the Bonbon on Hospital, but then when he got comboed with the boxes, there's not much he can do. Now, granted, Waxers, I believe, has more of a chance here, because at least he can shoot the Survivor while they're running away in the slow box. But again, if they go behind a wall like Xiaocon is doing right here, then it's going to be tough. He needs another owl, but he doesn't have it. He already used the second owl this game, which is already pretty good. Nowadays, you don't often get the second owl in today's meta, so Xiaocon is already doing a little bit better than the average Seer nowadays. Antiquarian is already here, just causing chaos as usual. This is why Antiquarian desperately needs to nerf. And look at that! She still has half her stick. Half her stick! And she's causing all this chaos? How do you have half your item left and you just stopped like two kills back to back? Now granted, she did not necessarily stop this one, but it wasted a
What
lot
if
of
Seer's struggle speed? If he does, he might be able to struggle free here. No, looks like that's not gonna happen. So Seer is gonna go down onto the rocket ship for the second time. They have enough Cypher progress to win, but the problem is Seer, I think, died in the last Cypher, and Antiquarian died in the process. So there's no one here to actually pop the Cypher. That's going to be the biggest issue right now.
Does Yonsei know about something? It doesn't seem like it's working if he's trying, if he knows about something. It doesn't seem like he can shoot over that. Oh my god, that's... Oh, Wax go. Did he hit the chair?
No, he didn't hit the chair. No,
So nice.
no chair value there, Psyche.
No chair value there, but... Ellie, how are the Sparks going to pull this back? If he really wants to, he could just leave and go after the dancer, and the dancer's nothing.
I don't know why they're both doing the Cypher. They're just double down on the Cypher machine here. You never want to die on the last Cypher against Wax Artist, especially Wax Artist, because they can just block that Cypher over and over and over.
I mean, any hunter
And double down.
Here, but Wax Artist,
Yeah, but
you have no
Wax
chance
Artist.
here. Two people.
And
One person dead there was already...
Anti has no self-heal, too. That's the other thing.
This is really bad. This is
Officer
really bad.
probably didn't need
He
to use
snuck.
the
That's the second snucking rescue. You're right. There's lots of necessary. He really needs to get out. He cannot get out. Oh my goodness. Antiquarian will do her best to help out, but each swing is causing her death right here. Followed up by an unfortunate flywheel mistime. Very hard to nail flywheel against Waxer. That's why broken was just preferable. But it's a harassment, alright? She has to respond because usually it's more helpful than but here we go.
Now they do have another Cypher that they haven't started here. I was gonna say the Hunter could, in theory, like teleport on the Cypher because they know it's the Seer decoding and they're dead on share, but there's no teleport available as the Peeper still is on cooldown here. First officer is gonna come in for the rescue. Cypher machine.
Running out
It's the
of
freeze.
wax.
I don't think he can get the power wax in. There's no way.
No, he still has the eye turner. What? I mean, even then.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. That's crazy. He needs to pick up the officer right now. He is gonna pick up the officer. That is the correct
hit the
play.
officer. Save the dancer's life.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know if you guys realize how important that body block for the.
Oh, if he gets this chair off, if he
They
gets
have
this chair
to
off,
now.
doesn't
They
get the
have
chair,
to.
he does get it. And they're not out of it. The survivors are still fine though. I mean, keep in mind they only need to get a tie here, right? They only need to get a tie and officer's first chair and has extended chair time. So they're still in a fine position. As long as two survivors make it out the gate, they're still okay here. He's gonna, I think, in hard tunnel Seer. If he down Seer, he's dead on share, then go find another survivor. But as long as survivors can split up the exit gates here and get two out the gates, then they will be okay.
Purposely holding on to these peepers right here. Good move from the hunter. You gotta save for that teleport. You gotta keep spamming those peepers. Seer is stalling as long as he can. Now getting the wax off, unfortunately. Now getting the wax off. He is running low on wax though. This whole game he's been doing nothing but running low on wax. Okay, and that's gonna be huge. They actually opened the gate up just barely. That's gonna allow a lot of people to slip through true. Now that was the difference between. If anything, he should have thrown the wax bomb on the gate out.
Yeah.
Because he can anyway hit the seer with regular wax.
I mean, he needs to
that
force
was
the
a great-
survivors out. I'm not really sure what he's doing. Maybe he's blinking. Oh,
Oh
I was
my
gonna say-
gosh!
Yeah, I was gonna. I
It should
literally.
roll out.
No, she
that's
can't
it.
get it. Dancer needs to make sure she doesn't. Oh, Dancer.
Well, you did say you did say they only needed a tie, Ellie.
They only need a tie. Can Officer make it in
They
time?
have
Can
to get a
Dancer
tie.
crawl?
Get a
And
tie.
they barely are gonna get a tie out the gate. I was about to say, why is he just standing there not forcing it out? I was thinking maybe he's gonna try to like switch to blink and sneak an extra kill, and he did, and that's why you got to be careful there. I feel like the survivors, that you know what that is. I feel like that was pretty BM. I gotta say. I mean, that was. I understand the idea. I understand the idea of trying to waste time so the other survivor can maybe get to dungeon or get out. But when you only need 2 out the gate, just take the 2. You know what I mean? And I don't know. That's what I feel like. But
I'm not gonna. Yeah, that was pretty BM to say. They weren't expecting it. But to be fair, that game, from the moment someone got chair on the cipher, you could already be like, hey, you shouldn't have died by the cipher. That was a pretty unfortunate play there, right? But then the moment they started committing for a cipher, that somebody keep in mind, he doesn't have to go after the seer. If all things go worse, they could just pick up the antiquarian and just have a new person on chair. If all things go bad, so. If anything, they should be playing it safe there, because even if they help Seer, you cannot prioritize that cipher. Otherwise, well, guess what? Antiquarian is going to get picked up anyway. You have to play it slow, play it safe. And unfortunately, they it did end up costing them the win in the end. But in that moment, you could already say they're costing their win because of a play like that. Already one person by their cipher, not prime yet, but by their cipher, is so bad. The moment a second person went down there, that was already looking like it was game over. By some miracle, they slip out of the cracks and still have 4 people up somehow. I believe from them doing another cipher, so that was a really smart idea from there. A little bit late, but they really needed it. And the first officer, with those 2 clutch rescues, really killed the game for Yangfei right there. If it weren't for that, I can't say that game would have gone as well as it did, because it was all because of those free rescues that officer had the health to spare to pull out the rescues in the first place. So really important there that those free rescues happened. Otherwise, that'd be wraps. It really should have been wraps. Anyway, but by some miracle, they do manage to pull a tie, unfortunately. Really still should have been a win. But anyway, what do you say, Ellie? What were the key points of the game? I feel like it was pretty obvious, though. What was the main mishaps there?
Yep.
Cool.
Well, from beginning to end, if you look into the start of the match, obviously, the rebound kite after the first rescue on Nasir, once he's able to get into hospital, that's such a really big play, right? Once you can get into hospital, that's super important. I think the Seer didn't make a mistake. He opted to leave hospital. I think he should have waited because he didn't know where the hunter was coming from, so he got a little worried, and they opted to drop down, then run to birdcage window, vault out, and run away. I think what would have been better, because you still had a slow box upstairs, instead of dropping down, stay near the pallet upstairs, the upstairs pallet in hospital. Utilize that pallet first. Additionally, with the slow box support, your kite could have been a lot longer. But instead, he got scared when the hunter came up and he dropped down and then just ran out of hospital. So definitely you want to stay upstairs. If you don't know where the hunter's coming, so for everybody watching, if you don't know where the hunter's coming from and you're in an upstairs hospital, just wait near the pallet. That's such a strong pallet, and you have such a great exit strategy. When the hunter breaks the pallet, you can drop down one of the hosts, transition into a new area, whatever it may be, but just wait near that pallet. But instead, the Seer opted to drop down too early and leave hospital, and that shortened the kite. Yeah, it shortened the kite a lot more than it probably should have could have been. But
that was like he was prioritizing the cipher. There was a cipher upstairs, Ellie, but
it was like 90%. It was almost done.
Yeah. So. It's like there's a certain point. Even if it was 20%, I would still say go use that pallet. It's gonna make your kite unkillable. Like, who cares if you're kiting on one cipher? Who cares if it gets blocked off for 15 seconds? It's gonna make your kite unkillable for the other 2 people who are still decoding. So you have to keep that in mind. Like, a lot of people will be like, oh, don't kite by the cipher, don't kite by basement. Like, if you're not gonna go down by the cipher, if you're not gonna go down by basement, and there's an amazing kiting area, just take it. And if you're not gonna stick around, even more reason to take it. Because in that case, you're gonna make the kite so good. And again, as Ellie said, slight mistake there. Made it so easy to catch up to Seer as a result. honest, frankly, he wouldn't have even died by statue had he just taken a slightly different route with that pallet. Because that pallet would have forced him to take a different route. He wouldn't have ended up in the same place that he did when he ended up dying. And yeah, it just made the game so much harder to win. And they didn't even end up winning again. So very unfortunate. But yeah.
But
are we gonna be going into round 4 immediately? Sorry.
yeah, I think we're
Go on.
gonna in a second. You only need 2. They only needed 2 out the gate, and that's they at least got the bare minimum. They got what they needed, right? To win this round, which means that Jellybean Gangsters has now actually won 2 rounds in a row, right? So if they win this last round, then it will be over, I believe. Actually, if they tie this last round, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Yeah, if they tie this last round, they will be victorious as well. So SC has to win this round, because if they tie this round, then we will be through 4 rounds, and it'll be 2-1 in favor of. No, it'll be 2-0 still in favor of Jellybean Gangsters if it's a tie, and there's only 1 round left at that point. So the best that can happen is a 2-1, and it is based off of rounds. So the win condition here is tie this round for Jellybean Gangsters, or win it, and they'll win here. ST has to win this round. That is essentially the condition here.
Indeed. So as long as SC can win, they'll be okay. Granted, they might be a little bit behind on points, not that much, but we'll see here. If they end up winning the round, then they might even end up on top of points. But we'll see here. It all
Yeah, they're only down
on this front four.
5. They're only down 5, which is not too bad, I guess. It's possible.
5 is a little bit sad. They'll probably need a couple 3-mans will be good. A couple 3-mans in a row would be good. But better yet, just 4-person kill just would seal the deal and make it so that it's all even up again. Looks like we might be seeing Lakeside here as the 4th map, just a little sneaky as we wait. Lakeside, typically a scary map for Hunters. We don't see a lot in tournaments. Why do we see Lakeside a lot in tournaments, Ellie?
Well, Lakeside's pretty situational, but it's good for certain characters against certain Hunters. So if you have characters like Toy Merchant, obviously that's very good. And if you have characters like Embalmer can also be very good on Lakeside. And it can be good against certain Hunters. So against something like a Bonbon, right? It's not just a large map. It's difficult for Bonbon. If you have a Toy Merchant loop, it can be good. It can be a bit challenging for Wax Artist with the right team comp. So I think that's what they're considering here. They might take the Wax Artist, or maybe they'll take the Night Watch, play a Toy Merchant strategy. There's plenty of strategies in which you can utilize. So yeah, Lakeside is just it's a bit situational, but it's definitely pretty good for certain team comps in certain situations.
I find that it's very annoying on something like Lakeside and keep in mind, Patient and Toy Merchant is still open technically. I find that on this kind of map, it's very annoying when you pick Lakeside for Hunters, because not only do they still have to ban the S tier survivors, but there are certain survivors that become, like, as if they weren't already good enough, become even better and almost unkillable, like Toy Merchant on Big Bo, unkillable. She just glides to Big Bo every time. You need to be something like Gisha, just to catch up, not even necessarily hit her, just to catch up. And then you also have Patient, who will be abusing Big Bo. I believe there's a couple other characters here that will be really good. I can't come to think of any other ones, but Patient and Toy Merchant are the main ones that come to mind on a map like Lakeside. It just means that now you can't ban the really important survivors like Antiquarian, Mercenary, First Officer, these deadly survivors that do a whole lot. But in the end, if you don't have the bans, you don't have enough bans to deal with everything, then they're going to have a couple really, really strong survivors here. And I don't think there's any way Yonte could pass up something like a Toy Merchant here. It's just too easy to skip out on, especially like they can put Warrior people too. There's a lot of awkward options here. Like, what do you ban as Yonte here? Sure, honestly. Alright, looks like we're finally going into the ban pick section.
Yeah, so they have a lot of characters that are banned here, auto banned already. So characters like Entomologist being gone is really important. Characters like Dancer being gone is really important. But things like Toy Merchant are still available. So Yonfei definitely, I think, should ban Toy Merchant first. You definitely don't want to give that. And then maybe a Rescuer. Mercenary is a very good Rescuer because it is a large map. So I think definitely a Mercenary Merchant ban would be the 2 best bans to start with. Could go something like Priestess as well. Definitely has to be Merchant in my opinion, though.
Man, there's a lot of good options.
Merc. So they give Merchant, which is actually great. I think JG will definitely. Yeah, I think Jellybean Gangsters will definitely pick up Merchant right away here.
So definitely gonna be an essential pick here, and they don't even mind it being banned in the future because I mean, come on. What map are you gonna use Toy Merchant on except on Lakeside? This is our #1 map right here.
Well,
Completely
Chinatown,
unfair.
Leo's Memory,
Chinatown is
Ever
wrong.
Sleeping.
We don't talk about those, but you know, we already got like stuff like Hospital out of the way. We saw the Chinatown already. It depends who picked what, of course, but at the end of the day, this is round 4. This might be our last chance to pick up a good Toy Merchant map. I'm not sure who's picking these maps, but if Jellybean Gangsters is not going to get to pick map next time, then I doubt they're going to let a good Toy Merchant ban go through from ST side. So, if anything, that way Yanfei has less to ban in the end, and that's why I'm thinking it depends who picked this map. If ST picked this map, then Jellybean Gangsters will be coming out on top instead with the Toy Merchant pick. But if Jellybean Gangster picked this map, then ST will just pick a bad Toy Merchant map. Like maybe Ours Factory would be decent, just to avoid the Hunter having to worry about Toy Merchant. You know, this is kind of like advanced strategies, thinking even in the future. But yeah, we're gonna have our bans here. We are gonna see a Sculptor, Wax Artist, and a Hermit
sliding over him.
No one banned Hermit yet, so we gotta slide it in.
Interesting, yeah, that we're gonna see Hermit here. That's really very curious. I guess the idea is like you don't want to give the opportunity. Like Hermit's sort of like a do or die hunter, right? Where he's not like particularly consistent, but he can 4-kill. So I guess the idea is sort of like you don't want to give him any sort of opportunity at all to come back, right? Since you want to just hold on to your lead. So you're getting rid of the hunters that have high win potential. But this does leave characters like Nightwatch open, characters like Breaking Wheel.
Are we gonna mention Opera Singer there?
Opera Singer as well. But we did talk about this
Exactly.
before. But we also did talk about how Yanfei didn't really prioritize Opera Singer, even in round 1. The best map for Opera Singer arguably is Red Church. One of the best ones is Red Church, and he still didn't play it there. So I think probably that's what they're thinking about. They're kind of just thinking like, okay, I don't think he's gonna play Opera Singer. He didn't play it last time. So I think that's something. Yeah, maybe we don't have to worry about. And they are gonna go Merchant here as well, like we talked about.
Exactly. So they are gonna take the Merchant. Again, maybe it depends. If Jellybean Gangster didn't pick this map, then maybe they would have held off on the Merchant and then just picked a good Toy Merchant map next game. But again, we're cutting down to the wire here. Round 4, first half. Keep in mind, if they just get what did you say, Ellie? If they don't win this round, then this is it. This is a wrap for Jellybean Gangsters. They could take this right here, so I see no reason not to take the Toy Merchant and give it your best shot to just end it in 4 rounds rather than 5. Less opportunity for your enemy to combat. And we finally see all 10, how many slots is that? 10 slots finally filled up for the Survivor bans. I don't know what we're going to do for round 5, if there will be a round 5. I'm curious. I wonder if we'll run out of space. We are going to run out of space. So yeah. But here we go. This is a really solid lineup here, Ellie. As we saw earlier, no one's playing Patient, interestingly.
Yeah, I would like to see Patient.
We do see the Lawyer. We do see the Lawyer here, which is a solid character. And again, I put a lot of faith in Lawyer, but I don't know if I'd put him over Patient on this kind of map. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I've always thought good stuff about Lawyer Ellie, but like here I'm not too sure. But
especially because if you could put Lawyer Big Boat, then I think that would be fine. But the problem is you have to put Merchant Big Boat.
You got Toy Merchant.
Yeah, so that's why Lawyer is, I think, less effective. I think Patient's a lot more effective here.
They could have just picked Patient, put him small bow, and then that way they put him at small bow, officer at like middle, put Anti-Crane on the left, the first officer, someone at big bow, and that way the hunter can't even block off big bow. But right now, if you put someone like Lawyer at like small bow, he's an easy chase target. So yeah, you prevent the Cypher Lock at big bow by doing that spawn, but now Lawyer is like a susceptible chase target. I guess you could put like Lawyer near the middle, like on the other side, like instead of on the edge of the map, small bow, more like in the middle of small bow map, so that way you can maybe still go to Shed or someplace like that, or stay at like 11. But at the end of the day, what if he goes 100 that's like good? Good to be
what
in.
What if he goes 100 that's like good?
What if he goes 100 that's good? That's not what I meant, but like there's certain hunters. There are certain hunters that are like really bad in like the 11 kind of spot. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like the 2 pallets back with a window in between. Like 11, that's either really, really good or really, really bad against some hunters. Like I think Ripper, like you ever use the area against Ripper, we're not going to see a Ripper. It's just an example. I'm expecting Hunter to block out Big Bow right here. Like this is free. This is free to just take Big Bow right here. Okay, wise move. Wise move for the first officer if he takes that spawn, but now Big Bo's gonna get blocked off. So there's no point in Twin Merchant really. No point in really putting anyone Big Bo at this point anymore. Like, they could have put Twin Merchant at, like, short at that point, set up a catapult maybe at best, but now she's gonna be in an awkward spot, not gonna be able to do Big Bo stuff. This is exactly what I was talking about, Ellie. If they could have picked Patient, they would safely put Patient at, like, where the Hunter's spawning right now, and then there's no way Hunter could block out Big Bo. They get a good Cypher Rush. They have an amazing Kiter at small boat. They have AD Coring who's an unkillable chase. Like, Survivor, they got, like, First Officer unkillable, Twin Merchant unkillable. I could keep on going here. Like, this is all stuff you should be saying, honestly.
Yeah, sorry, I did just randomly get the hiccups. So if I randomly hiccup while I'm talking, then you know why. So we're gonna, yeah, kind of like that. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So here we go. We are gonna have the ST Hunter Yanfei versus the Jellybean Gangster Survivors here. Let's just have it again. Oh.
Where's the Thanos? I want to see Johnny Depp. I want to see Thanos.
What's wrong with Johnny Depp? I love Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's a great actor. Come on.
I don't know anything about it. I'm an uncultured swine.
You don't know? Yeah, you are. Jesus. What's wrong with Johnny? Come on. You never seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Like,
I haven't actually. Uncultured swine.
Really? You're an uncultured, insensitive.
Thanos, though. Yeah. Thanos. It's Wheel. You gotta bring up the Thanos. Nello, don't disappoint me. The match is starting.
You culturally insensitive child. All right, here we go.
I can see something red in your camera. Anyway, guys, we're starting up with Wheel. And again, we have a great start. Look at that Big Bo block out. Twin Merchant cannot even do anything. It's gonna make it so Twin Merchant is actually like an okay chase target, but at the end of the day, she just captured. No, so that's an early spike, by the way, for the lawyer. Is that who we were talking about? Lawyer's just in a spot. You can't really put him anywhere good if you're gonna put Twin Merchant. I almost feel like maybe put Twin Merchant at small boat and just put lawyer at Big Bo, if anything. That's it. That's critical. Wait! Oh, he has slow pallet breaking! Wow, he has fast pallet breaking, that would have been over. That would have been an instant down. Oh, I don't know about. Oh, he just ran away? Okay.
Okay, just gonna transition. Can he trap the. Can he get the trap here? Oh, that's a big miss. That is a big miss. That's a big miss here. He can vault when he can get back. He can get back to the pallet here, but.
Look at how bad 11 is here. Wait, he might survive. Oh my god! He actually survived. If he just had faster pallet breaking, he would have ended this like 60 seconds ago at this point. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
oh my god, these hiccups won't go away. Okay. Oh, he goes for the Kobe. Oh, he misses the.
Did he get it?
Oh, he misses the blink as well. And we see a speed boost to get into transition to these other pallets over here. No traps to work with. They are on cooldown for the time being. Zalcon just wastes as much time as possible here. Goes for another trap. Another missed trap here. This kite could have been over a year ago, and he gets the vault off in time. Another speed boost to get even farther.
I'm dying in my seat, Ellie. Oh no, that's really bad. That's really bad. What is the wheel gonna do now? He's just circling the windmill. What are you supposed to do?
Oh, but he misses the trap and runs into the trap.
That's
crazy. It's still 3 Cypher Kite though. That's a lot of time wasted.
The signature suck from the trap there that we all know and love. And right there, you really shouldn't get sucked in. That's really don't care about it. You're gonna keep the trap stuck in the game. Probably give it to Gamekeeper, not Wheel. But anyway. So we're gonna trap stuff like that. But anyway, guys, we have the anti-penguin and rescue here, and this is basically the rescue that didn't get found. Already a job just hiding from the hunter. Look at that support. He has to go in wheel form. He doesn't have any traps. Oh my god, he just barely missed. And now he's dying for it. How are you gonna get a lawyer by these windows?
Yeah, this is why breaking wheel is not too good on Lakeside.
Now that one, look, he'll get one spike in. He didn't even get it on top of that.
And that's with the extended spikes. And you don't have confined space. There's nothing you can do here. I mean, this is why, yeah. Some areas, wheel can be good. On certain areas, because it's very open.
Oh my god, don't throw it away!
But certain areas are just very difficult, like the big boat windows, the mini boat window. Super challenging here. And you're just going to keep looping this area.
Yeah, it's over. I'm not going to lie, that chest boat was pretty BM there by Ching, trying to get that BM in. I don't know if they know what BM is. It's like a pretty American thing to say. BM. But anyway, and we're in. Taking a hit there. She's still like, look at the BM value.
And that actually wastes time. It just does put cooldown onto the wheel form, so...
She really didn't need to do that, if I'm being honest. Like, Lawyer was fine, but alrighty. And just putting in, rubbing salt in the wound there, making it very difficult for them. Hunter is amazing. I love these hiccups from LEO here. It's raps. It's raps. Like, this is... It's so easy to start a new cypher. And, Ellie, that first beginning, if so many times Confined Space would have saved the match. Not Confined Space necessarily, but Pallet Breaking. Faster Pallet Breaking would have saved him, killed the Lawyer, would have saved him with Confined Space on these windows here. Like, if he just had Faster Pallet Breaking, he wouldn't even need Confined Space, let's be honest. He wouldn't even need the situation. Now, there's nothing Hunter can do. He's stuck here, going back and forth like a helpless chicken. Can the chicken find his way through the tunnel?
I think it's headless chicken, not helpless chicken. But anyways, he's gonna go. Does get the bait onto the ball here. He's gonna get attack. Get a spike on the antiquarian. Does not flywheel here. He's probably saving it for endgame. Keep in mind, if we do see a 4 escape here, that means that Jellybean Gangsters will be victorious in this finals championship here. So last ever machine is primed. We will have the rescue from the toy merchant incoming here, waiting for the survivor just to get to the exit gate. I think positioning themselves for endgame. And yeah, Skyfall is about to get to the gate, so I think merchant will come in for the save, setting up a catapult as well.
Oh, this is gonna be a very scary endgame for Yonte here. There's not much he could do about this rescue. Going into wheel form just gives a free rescue, not even damage with the rescue at the very least. Not that it matters because that cypher's primed anyway. The best thing he can do is maybe go after. Oh, maybe it will matter. Go after someone who's like injured, but no. Look at how beautiful this catapult is. Gonna allow her. Okay, opting to pick it up, which is a little bit scary. I think Hunter might have heard that. Gonna go for the antiquarian here. Trying to get a snap off. Full recovery.
Oh, he's just gonna leave completely.
I don't know about that pop. A little bit premature pop right there. Gonna make it more substance. Serious chase target. And elbow pad here would be really nice. I saw him pick up an elbow pad earlier.
I think it's still. I think it's still on the ground here. He's gonna go back into wheel form here, changing targets yet again. If survivors do get 4 off the gate again. Oh, Officer still has Tide Turner as well. So there's.
Yo, I'm not so
There's
sure
definitely an opportunity for oh. How long does it take to go away? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think Bro drank too much Coca-Cola before this.
I had, I don't even drink soda. I really had nothing. That just like I think I drank. I think I awkwardly drank water in a way, and that's what happened.
Ellie, this is a classic example of putting all your eggs in one basket. They have the other gate open. They don't have to go for this.
Yep.
Oh my god, the trap miss. There's no end to these trap misses. Yonfei couldn't get the momentum up, and it's just getting to him now. Not able to get the traps in. Look at that slow pallet breaking. Oh my god, on a map like this. I don't know. What is a little trade trump card? Peepers! No, he started with Peepers at the start like that. Those Peepers never came in helpful. Oh wow, everything went wrong here, from the trade to the build to the just the way Lawyer was able to vault those windows, not making a mistake. Neither survivors also didn't make a mistake. I remember that. Oh my god, there's no end to this. Yonfei can't catch a break here. This is just ultimate. This is probably gonna go in the Highland monster doing mellow. But oh my gosh, wow, they
really want this 4 escape. Yeah, they really want this 4 escape. I mean, if they get it, it is over. They're really trying to secure this victory here. It looks like Merchant, he's gonna get on the catapult and fly away here, but she needs to make sure she doesn't go to the where they're healing, which she does do, and they're not gonna get the heal off. That's not good.
They're probably gonna remove spikes right here. Yep, no problem to remove these spikes. Looks like we got a new chase target here, Skyfall. Oh no, never mind. He changed his mind. It was just a bait. He really would like a target here who's been on chair, preferably. That's his. Oh my god, and he doesn't have the press. Oh, it doesn't matter. I forgot about that. There's so much going on here.
The problem is the Antiquarian also dies. Antiquarian dies really far away from gate 2. So if they want to go for this 4 escape, that's going to be a bit challenging here. I guess he could go...
Yeah. This is bad. He has no way to reach the chair. Neither does Lawyer. They might be tossing a potential win here if they do not secure at least a rematch.
He does have a magic wand, so that could be...
Oh my god.
Oh, he gets trapped.
Yanfei, we saw this in the highlight matches early. Yanfei with the traps. Finally, we're seeing them. It took a while, but we finally get to see them. Oh my god, a second trap.
Oh, I was gonna say this could even be more than a tie, but it looks like this is gonna be a tied game.
Now Yanfei is gonna show up in the highlight montage in the same game. Securing a tie here.
Still going for this. They're still going for this.
I don't see this happening. I feel this is a little bit much. Veteran bonus, not even veteran bonus can stop that trap slowdown. This really could have been a 3-man.
Yeah, see, I think what Jellybean Gangster doesn't understand is when you go for a 4-man escape, you need to make sure you're in a position where it's a safe bet to go for that 4 escape. You know, like the survivor's near the gate. When you go for the rescue, everyone else can still make it out. When you go for a really far away 4 escape like that one, that's not worth it. That's not a safe 4 escape. That's not a good play. And yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal to watch that, to see a gate at 30%, trying to get it done against the game's most mobile hunter. Even more mobile than Opera Singer, dare I say. It's just gonna be a hard bet. I've seen this too many times in rank matches.
Oh, he misses a snap! He misses a snap!
Wait, he missed a snap!
He misses a snap!
How did he miss that?
Is there a catapult? It doesn't matter. They can body block him out. It's still a 3 escape. What?
Trump card. What happened to the trump card? Wait,
He already used it. He switched to Peepers.
Oh.
He already started with Blink,
my
and he switched to
gosh.
Peepers. He just missed the snap straight up there. Unbelievable.
Wait, why didn't you tell me then? I said he had the wrong tray. Why didn't you tell
No,
me
you
he
didn't.
had?
You said he had trump card. I thought you knew already. I don't know.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, he switched to his trade earlier, and he misses the snap. I think why not just walk closer to the hunter and the survivor and snap? I don't know. That's a big wow.
A lot of
crazy
things
game.
were catching up to Yanfei. There are a lot of things like that early game. I wouldn't be surprised if that horrible early game. There's no other way to put it. It was just really bad, unfortunate early game for him. Didn't get the start he was looking for. Literally just one single pallet break determined the rest of that kite. Had it not been for slow pallet breaking, he would have killed that lawyer. This game would probably be a 4-man for him, if not for that, which is absolutely crazy to think about, that we see the tables flop like that. And the fact that the kiter, who was the lawyer here, we had Zhao Count absolutely destroying him. Check him out on YouTube, by the way. Probably going to put it on his YouTube now. But absolutely... No, I'm perfect. Absolutely destroying Yanfei here in the early game. And it came back to bite them. As Ellie said, they need to be in a position where the gate's at least 80 or 70, a safe bet. And they didn't have that safe bet. They went for it anyway. This felt more like something I see a lot in rank match because people don't know the gates. So they go for it and they end up costing the game. But in this situation, they knew the risk. They knew the risk they were taking, and they still ended up biting the bullet for it really hard. Went away from a easily 3-man, to a tie situation, which means, ironically enough, Ellie, you're floating a little bit.
Am I?
Which means...
I think the hiccups are making me float. I don't know.
Which means that now Cinema Roll could potentially... what? I'm confused.
I mean, they need a 4 escape. If it's a 1 kill, the game's over. So, yeah, basically the hunter only needs to get 1 kill here. ST would need a 4 escape here, and then they'd have to win the last round. That's their only win condition here. So let's see, 4 escape. Yeah, so they have to 4 escape here, and then they have to win the last round. That's their only out here for us.
Is this a mistake here? Did Jellybean Gangsters get 3 people out? I don't think they did.
Yeah, they did. That's the point. Is they self-healed and you missed the snap and then 3 people run out.
He missed the snap!
Oh my god.
I forgot. I was like so into like, yep. There's no way they messed this up. And oh my goodness, a lot of it happened all at the same time. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, Johnny Depp saying, Psyche, you're wrong.
Yeah, that was insane. So, oh my god. So what should have been a 3-man became a tie and then became a 3-man, which is bonkers to think about. That was absolutely crazy. Ellie, do you want to take us through that match? Like, the end game was the biggest factor there. What was going on in the end game? Let's go more in depth. What happened? What started all this chaos to finally pull it back for Yanfei?
Well, the first kite obviously very good from the lawyer. That was pretty impressive.
The slow pallet breaking speed definitely making a difference, as you mentioned. If he had fast pallet breaking speed, he could have gotten that down a lot quicker. I definitely think character like Patient would have been a lot better, because obviously, if you can kite like that without hooks, imagine if you had hooks, right? You know, the kite would have been a lot longer for sure. So
it was definitely relying on his build there. If he just had one different build, Lawyer got a little bit lucky there. Zhao did get a little bit lucky there with that build. Yep. Please keep on going.
Definitely. Yeah, and he definitely some missed traps, and then also, I mean, good dodges from the traps from Zhao for sure, but also missed traps. So sorry.
There were a couple of traps that were like easily you can just put it in front of the pal. You don't have to go for anything risky. You still went for it. He missed. Paid the price for it.
Every time I like go like this, it means I hiccup. I'm just like,
it's alright. You look like that guy. But
I don't know who that is. Anyways,
there's like a meme.
Of course, is it an Ohio meme? Is it an Ohio?
Nah, maybe the guy was in Ohio. I'm not sure. Maybe
probably was. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, so a lot of missed trap opportunities as well. Missed blink as well. That was pretty important. So just a lot of big misses was really game changing there from the breaking wheel. But yeah, and then also going into the end game there, when you go for a 4 escape, you want to make sure you're going for you have to weigh the pros and cons, right? Is it safe to go for this 4 escape? If we fail this 4 escape, will we still 3 escape? Going for a rescue that far away from gate, that is not a safe 4 escape. That is a super risky one and completely unnecessary, considering that Jellybean Gangsters is already winning. They don't have to 4 escape there. They just need to get a good position, right? Which a 3 escape is easily a good position, because now their hunter just needs 1 kill, right? So they definitely did not consider, definitely not a safe 4 escape play. They definitely should not have gone for that when Antiquarian died so far away. So definitely a big misstep from Jellybean Gangsters, but you know, hopefully they're able to learn from that play and not go for that same mistake. But either way, they still somehow managed to get 3 escape, considering that it didn't look too good for them at that point. And they were able to still come out at 3 escape and make it so their hunter only needs 1 kill to finish things off here.
Unfortunately, our analyst was caught in a very unfortunate time. Let's give him a little bit of a break, because those hiccups are not seeming to go away past. That was a really long match on top of that too, and we're still here with the hiccups. But yeah, it was just a couple mistakes there that really put it in jeopardy there. I'm hoping it at least humbled Jellybean Gangsters after that. They went from a easy 3-man again to a tie, and then 1 mistake from the hunter just completely threw off everything, and just they're walking away with something that they really shouldn't be, and now they're gonna be like, okay, in case it's not over yet, let's take a step back and rethink it. At the very least, they got 3 people off, so now it's still pretty easy for their hunter. Just need 1 person out, killed, 1 person killed, and it'll be pretty easy. Right? I assume. So you always say this, and things turn around. But yeah, we'll see it all. It all depends what survivors they go. It depends what survivors they don't have banned already. If they already have like the mobility survivors already gone, it's gonna be kind of hard to run to a place like Dungeon. Fun anyway. They have to rely on lucky, like hoping on like lucky rotations, a good kite, a really great rescues, no screw up rescues, and finally the dungeon is ideally in a spot by the second chair or something like that. Like if you don't have the dungeon conveniently by the chair when the person gets rescued for a second time, it's gonna be really hard. So this is what the ST Sweet Times is gonna be relying on. So Sweet Times, right? That's the name. Sweet Timing, I believe. But anyway, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough win condition for sure. Not even a win condition, just to get to the next round. Still be behind after that, I believe, right?
Yeah. So if they get the only win condition for ST is 4 escape here, and then they have to win the last round by 2 points or more. If they win they get a 4 escape here, and they win the last round by 2 points, then everything is tied, and we go into a tiebreaker 6th round. If they get a 4 escape here, and then win the last round by more than 2 points, then ST wins. But they have to get a 4 escape first, and then if Jellybean Gangsters ties or wins the last round, then they win anyways. And that's assuming they can get a 4 escape here again. So definitely very challenging.
So it's going to be difficult for sure. I believe we're still waiting. No, we're not waiting. We are just. Oh, I see. They type it in chat. I think. I'm not sure why they type it in chat if they can do it in the middle.
It's because
Like, once they
sometimes
start.
like people like their games freeze and they can't do stuff, and it's a whole thing. So.
Oh, okay. And then it's like, oh, well, I meant to do this and it didn't.
And I got a doctor
Okay.
instead. Yeah, like that.
All right, makes sense. I'm glad they do that because we didn't get to do that when we played in IV. What was it called for NAU IVT? We didn't get to do that last time we played last this summer.
What happens?
We didn't get to tell the casters, not the casters, the hosts, like people running the tournament, the admins, what we want to lock in before we actually go into the match. You just have to go
No,
in.
you just gotta go in and do it and hope
stay-
you don't have a game crash. Yeah.
Exactly, which is really, really bad, especially because only the captain can lock it in. The rest can only recommend it, but the captain has to actually literally pick it.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. Ellie, you know, from the beginning of this tournament, I'm shocked. I've definitely learned a lot from this tournament. It doesn't mean I'll be able to play Lucky Guy, but from the first day I
could.
commentated, we saw we could. Every time I played Lucky Guy, it actually goes pretty well, but besides the item lock, but that's a different story. I never get good at this chest. But besides that, the idea that having Lucky Guy round 1 against opposite, I've never considered that. So that's gonna be something that I'm gonna be walking away with. Seems pretty effective, surprisingly pretty effective. And considering there's not a lot of good options, may as well go for it. He's got veteran bonus too on top of that, so why not? Definitely an argument could be made for lawyer, of course, but Lucky Guy. So like when I first got into this tournament, commentating the first day, we saw a Lucky Guy the first round, and then another Lucky Guy. So then I was like, me and BK Boy were like actually trying to explain like what's the live Lucky Guy. But then after I'm like, oh wait. You know, it was early in the early rounds. I'm not sure who's the best teams, who's the good teams, especially since I'm not familiar with the Southeast Asia region as much as you guys. But like, cause you know, first timers, they don't know, they might not know how it works, and they'll miss their time period, like sometimes I've seen that happen before. But it turns out, next round they also pick like the opposite team, so it's crazy, like absolutely crazy to think about. Wait, do we have a cowboy here? Do we have a cowboy?
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna have cowboy.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even look at the screen here. I'm just too lost in thought. I'm lost in the sauce about the Lucky Guy that I thought to this day was until today was.
Oh,
my
no.
God! This whole team comp. This team comp is very interesting.
This is Psyche's favorite team comp to get in rank. If you guys are
Oh
wondering.
my God! I hate Cowboy. I hate Enchantress. I don't hate Prisoner as much, but why would you pick Prisoner in rank?
I
Guys,
don't know.
this is exactly. You better switch that. Oh my God, that's not what I wanted to see. He actually did pick Prisoner, didn't he? He did.
Yep.
He did. Look at that. That's unbelievable. I don't know what they could possibly be playing around. That they
I
would
think
want
they're
an interesting
probably
combo.
acknowledging that them coming back here is pretty difficult, so maybe they're just having fun potentially. I don't know.
I feel like they're trying to go super heavy on a character that's more better late game. Look at that grammar. A better late game. Like Enchantress. This is why Enchantress doesn't work though, because if your early game sucks, but your late game gets better, you never even reach the late game because you die before. Then you have to use your items just to reach the mid game, and then by then you're still dead. So I'm not sure. I feel like they're hoping for something lucky to happen with like, speaking of lucky guys, something lucky to happen with like maybe Enchantress gets a heal off on the rescue, and then the rescue is increasing stacks for the Enchantress, and then it's just going to make the end game maybe easier to have like a 3-stack in your pocket like that. But what could Cinnamoroll pick here? Like I can think of like there's a lot of good options. Even Nightwatch, which is just simple plain Nightwatch here. What do you think, Ellie? From like what hunter do you think could be picked? Honestly, I see a lot of decent options here. Just any good hunter seems like it would do good against this team comp.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, you can play anything with excitement, probably here. You could go Bon. Technically, you could go. I mean, you only need 1 kill, so you go Bon. You go Anne. Actually, Anne would be super good for getting 1 kill against, especially against a comp like this.
Yeah, they got nothing for that.
Yeah, you could just go and here. You could go like.
We were talking about Nightwalk earlier because no one here has any good ability skill with wind. Maybe Cowboy.
Yeah, I mean Cowboy
Like, those
can.
are-
I mean Enchanters can too. Like Enchanters can stun you out of your wind, I guess, if you're first kite.
And
But
problem is that you'll get stunned out of wind, and as long as it passes 2 seconds, you still get the wind charge out of it. So it becomes really sad for the Enchantress. You spend an ability just for him to gain an ability. And we have Cinnamoroll here going with the Wax Artist. You know, Lakeside is a decent map for Wax Artist. It's kind of like Wheel, like you mentioned earlier, Ellie. Like some areas are really, really good for Wax Artist, and some are really, really bad. You didn't mention Wax Artist, you mentioned Wheel, and I believe Wax Artist is a similar story. He'd be pretty good at in 11. He's one of these hunters that would be really nice to have in 11. Hopefully Cinnamoroll takes fast pallet breaking so that if you deal with those really good kiting areas, the few really good ones on Lakeside, you don't have the same problem that you had as Yanfei getting stuck on those 11 pallets, and it completely killed the rest of the game for him. Again, we're not going to see Prisoner spawn where a hunter spawned in because it is kind of a dangerous spawn, but again, I don't know. I still feel like I'd rather spawn Prisoner there, just where the hunter spawn, just so that Cypher isn't getting blocked. I don't know. It's a hard call to make. Hard call to make for sure. But yeah. Now the Enchantress Cypher will definitely get blocked off, and there's not anything really survivors can do about it. She's just gonna have to do a more dangerous Cypher and risk potentially being a target. And you know, Enchantress could easily be a target for Wax Artist, no problem. But
Yeah.
my voice is dying, homie.
yeah, I'm trying to talk, but every time I talk, I start hiccuping, so I'm trying to not do that. Yeah, it looks like I would have liked to see the Prisoner potentially spawn in a different area because it is like the maybe Enchantress be Shack and Prisoner Big Butt. I'm not really sure, but yeah, we're gonna see if they can get a 4-scape here. This is gonna be the JG Hunter versus the ST Survivors in the second half of the 4th round of the Grand Finals of IVA. We do need to see a 4-scape from ST here if they want to force.
Did you just try to say escape in a Spanish accent?
No, I just said escape. You're tripping. I
I
think you
heard
need your ears
escape.
checked. I think you
I heard
need to get your ears checked, Psyche. I think you're
All right,
getting
guys.
delusional.
Me and Psyche and Elio here commentating for the potentially last match. She just needs 1 kill here. If Cinnamoroll can get 1 kill here, that's it. They win in 4 rounds. GJ takes it home. The Call Abyss, usually the Call Abyss, like people who go to Call Abyss, as Ellie was telling you, kind of like the B4U, Southeast Asia. They just need to get 1 kill here, and they win this game. They win this whole tournament. So let's see here. Gone undefeated, it would be really impressive to go completely undefeated and win out. But anyway,
very
Cowboys in a
interesting
bad
route
spot.
from the Cowboy. I'm not really sure. He's gonna drop down the side.
Oh hey, Tree Munch is in the river. Oh, isn't that cool?
Yeah, so Cowboy's gonna take a very interesting route. Had an opportunity to go into Big Bird, and instead is just gonna not. He's just gonna drop down the side here. Wax Artist can just block off this pallet, or just get 100 wax through the wall there, and that's gonna be a very fast down on the Cowboy here. And if there's an opportunity for a 4-escape, it's probably starting to diminish at this point.
It feels really bad to say at this point, like it hurts my soul to be these survivors, because we've been here before, Ellie. I think like Fusion has been here before when we play, except the difference is we actually were very close to a 4-man, unbelievably. But when this happens, oh man, I still get depression thinking about that match to this day. But when this happens, this is even worse. Like you didn't even have a chance at this point. Again, the chance is still there, but it's don't get the bullet. The chance is still there, but it's gonna be so tough. It's gonna be really tough. You see what Batter can do? Nothing. There's nothing he could have done.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs to farm. I don't think he should be trying to hit the batter. Just stick. You don't want to lose the Cowboy. If you lose the Cowboy, that could be terrible for the Hunter. You only need. You only need 1 kill.
To make it easier for after the Cowboys, because
You only need 1 kill. You only need one kill, so why even prioritize? You have excitement, just go for the.
Oh yes, you're right. He does have I guess he wants to save it for later just to guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. Understandable playing it safe, just so that way the Waxers can save his excitement for the last pickup.
Did they just prime a Cypher, or
They left the sector 99. How could have pulled the hunter?
Or maybe prisoner had a connection and it didn't pop all the way before his other cypher popped. It's also a possibility.
I really hope for a happy ending here for ST, but this is so sad to see them working so hard. It's not gonna. It doesn't pay off. It could pay off. Oh my gosh, there could be a momentum shift happening here. Oh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, he needs to not hit any. Just single out the cowboy and use excitement to break into the chair, right? That's all you need to do. He just needs to single out the cowboy. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah. He just needs to single out cowboy and use excitement to make it to the chair to play around the stunner. So that needs to be his game plan. He should not be trying to hit any other survivors at this point. You don't want to give them any opportunity. T2 gets the vault off. Oh, he actually misses the wax spot completely here. Cowboy's gonna get a lot more distance.
Oh my gosh, this is an ST scraper potentially. Of course, it's still looking kind of yikes because I feel like the batter should have gone for that ball there. But okay, you know what? If he didn't go for that ball, he'd be looking very, very hot here. I don't know anymore. They had a chance there for sure, but I feel the ball pickup there when the starter has 10 launch distance already. It's so easy to say now, but in the moment, in the tournament position as he is right now, it's like, of course you want to hold on to that ball. You need it to support later on, but you also have to remember to keep yourself alive again. So he did use a tide turn, but he has a flywheel. Well, in fact, only the batter doesn't have borrowed time. So
the thing is, can Prisoner pop both ciphers? Like, he needs to make sure one of those ciphers gets popped first. Look at how close they're getting. They're getting closer and closer here.
He can do it. He can do it. Depends which cipher. I hope he's on the 85% cipher.
He is.
He can do it. He can do it then. This is
just barely, it looks like.
How did this happen, actually? I'm just not realizing.
Ooh, does he? Oh my god, that's perfect time. 98%. That was perfect that he got it just before the other one ran out here. And Ginger stuns! No, they messed up the pop!
No!
We're gonna get a rescue, but Cowboy can just get shared here. Batter's gonna not die, but
Cinema Roll going for the BM value. He wants more than just his power. He wants the full package. Oh, and the full package he will get. Well, half a package. But half a package is good enough. Oh my gosh. Whoa. And Changers has stacks. What a beautiful excitement.
Yeah,
and
that's gonna be it here. Rest in peace.
This is unfortunate. There was definitely a situation there that there was potential there. There was serious potential there, and it was an oopsies moment, to say the least. It was just an oopsies moment.
Yep. That's going to end up being a 3 survivor elimination here, which means that we do have a victorious team here. That is going to be Jelly Bean Gangsters, aka GH, kind of, and that means they will be winning this IVA. Very impressive performance here. ST did not really have much of an opening after the second round, so that's just very good performance from the Hunter side, from the survivors as well. Very impressive overall. So we've been instructed by the boss to keep talking. So Psyche, let's keep talking. That is what we do best. For those of you who are not from NAU and don't know us, all we do is talk and talk and talk and talk. So that's something we'll definitely be able to keep doing.
Check out our YouTubes. You can check out our YouTubes for more of that.
We just talk nonstop. Psyche talks,
YouTube.
but yeah.
My man, Jelly Bean Gangsters, you would never have thought that with a logo like that, this would be the victor. Out of all the professional logos, besides maybe the other one who had like a Tom and Jerry logo, it was like Jerry doing a crazy face, you would not think that the Jelly Bean Gangsta himself would come out on top. But then again, they are a good survivor team that is a good hunter player as well. Cinema Roll, so versatile. Their survivor players also a little bit greedy going for that 4-man, but you know what? They came out on top anyway. It was all BM. It was all BM. In the end, you could just say it's all BM now that you won. Now that you won, you could just say it's BM.
Yeah, absolutely. With that logo, they somehow still managed to win. Pretty impressive. So, it was a very interesting IVA overall. We see Jelly Bean Gangsters coming out on top, but we saw some other teams getting some upset victories. ST making it all the way to the finals, taking down the team that beat, taking down NIC, which is the team that beat FT. FT was currently, I guess you could say, is the number 1 rated team going into this tournament because they did win IVC, but in this case, Jelly Bean Gangsters winning this one. Just a lot of back and forth teams. We will have best deduction, and I imagine MVP here for Cinnamon Roll. Very good performance overall, and they will be the sort of the MVP for this championship team.
Definitely, and not the most not the most like on non-meta hunter picks here, but definitely very good hunter picks. Nightwatch, Opera Singer, Waxers. This is what Cinema Roll does best, sticking with the meta, and the meta does well against what's meta on the Survivor side, I suppose, right now. Then
No
again,
rippers, no photos, no Wu Changs. For those of you who go into rank and play photographer for 2 hours straight, take some notes from this tournament.
Don't go that hard. Don't go that hard. Now he's just BMing you guys. Now Ellie's just BMing you guys. But guys, that was definitely a crazy match. Ellie, what would you? Is my face messed up? No, my face is fine.
No, your face
Last
is
time
good,
someone joined, I just suddenly went up. So that was really nice. That was in day one. Definitely recommend check it out. It's very professional. I know. But Ellie, take us through. Do you remember? You maybe don't remember, but do you remember like what started like the downfall of ST? Well, okay.
We do have so we do actually have Skyfall here, who's the representative of Jellybean Gangsters. So you're supposed to do like an interview. Actually, I'm not sure. No, save us.
Skyfall, take us through. How do you feel after that?
Okay. How do you feel after Victoria?
Good.
Very good.
Very good.
All right, so we do have
in your boots during that time match.
Don't answer that. Okay, so I do have some questions. Obviously very good performance overall. Very excited to watch you guys play. We were kind of wondering about the in the round 4 when you guys were going for that 4 escape. What was sort of like the mindset there? Was it sort of like oh, we really want to 4 escape and win things right now, or we're just going to try to 4 escape just to see what we can do? What was sort of the thought process there?
We have a chance about 4 escape, so we didn't think about like, oh, we're gonna win. We just take that chance. If we have a chance, we take that chance. That's all. We want to take a risk. Not about to end the game. Just in the game situation, we can do the 4 escape. We do.
Got you. All right, sounds good. Psyche, you have anything you want to ask?
I was gonna ask, were you shaking in your boots?
They're not asking that. Okay.
Were you scared? Were you scared when suddenly things were going a little bit south? How do I not say something that has double meaning behind it?
Well, I guess what he's trying to say, I think, is, were you what was when things, because obviously it sort of it started to become a little bit better for the hunter when he got the 2 survivors. We got the lawyer down and he got the antiquarian down at the end. What was were you guys worried that it might be a tie, or were you still thinking like, oh, we really want to get this 3 escape? What was the thought process there?
Actually, at that point, we if we still have a chance that we can do 3 escape, we will do. If still have a little chance to do, we do. Because if we want a tie, we just let the toy merchant run out as it's over. But we didn't do. We let the toy merchants go and block. If they have any chance, we do. Yeah, right, we take a risk.
Nice, that's good. So Psyche, is there anything you want to add, since I'm asking the more logical questions here?
Yes, is Lucky Guy actually a real thing that's happening right now? Is Lucky Guy actually a thing?
Let's reword that. Skyfall, what is your opinion of we've seen Lucky Guy utilized a lot in especially round 1 for Opera Singer. What is your opinion on Lucky Guy against Opera Singer?
I think it's a good character to play against Opera in BO1 because he can utilize anything. He can pick up the robot or the flare gun. Yeah. Replacing coordinator, he can. And if he gets chased, he also can pick some items and combo with other character.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So something else to ask here. So after this, it's obviously a very nice victory for you guys. How is the Jellybean Gangsters team going to celebrate after this match?
No, we are gamers, stay at the house, but yeah, we cheer up each other as it costs.
Good, that's good.
That's all we do.
All right, nice. And last question, Do you have any words, any shout outs, any words for the fans, anything you want to say?
Thank you everybody to cheer us and every team. Really good game to play in this tournament. Really good experience. Thank you everybody. Thank you all announcer and like staff.
Of course. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody. That was Skyfall. Thank you Skyfall for joining us. And congratulations again on winning the tournament.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
And all of those.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. So that is Jellybean Gangsters is going to be the champion here. Hopefully everybody watching enjoyed. We have a small little there the little thing disappeared. Okay. That was Skyfall from Jellybean Gangsters, aka GH. Very nice guy, very humble person. I know there are many IDV players, especially from NAU, Psyche, we can both speak on that. Not very humble players around the NAU scene, but Skyfall, one of the most humble people, one of the nicest people, definitely in the IDV community. So thank you, Skyfall, for joining us there. It was very nice to talk to him. And again, congratulations, Jellybean Gangsters, coming out victorious in this IVA. Very impressive. So very. All right, Psyche.
No, could you say that one more time? I didn't quite catch that.
So we can like wrap things up.
Wrap things up. All right, guys. Well, that is the end of the tournament. Yeah, that was a lot of things happened there at the end, especially in the finals, a very intense finals. I'm glad it wasn't like, oh, you just win in 3 rounds and that kind of deal. We saw a pretty intense, like, back and forth a lot of times, not just in this match, like back and forth with the ties and like the super strong bunker games, and there were a couple super strong survivor games. You also saw, especially I still remember right now, Jellybean Gangsters. I know I'm mentioning them again, but there was a game against ST in the semifinals where they got a clutch 4-man escape against Opera Singer round 1, which is absolutely insane. We didn't see anything nearly as insane this time, but my goodness. Wow, a lot to say here. It seems that we have disappeared off the screen, but that is okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope the teams have learned a lot from this. I definitely learned a lot from this, and I hope to see you guys again. I hope maybe I'll see you guys maybe as a commentator again, but if not, I'll really be sure to watch, because this is interesting. I'm never someone who watches tournaments, but this was really interesting. Seeing how much the meta's changed. Usually the meta is the same for 3 years, but this is the first time that I've seen the meta so different. So yes, that is it, guys. We gotta wrap up. Thank you so much for everyone joining us, all the co-casters, all my LEO, my BK Boy, all the Giselle, like everyone here commentating. We also have the players. Thank you so much for making this possible to have a tournament like this. Nello Mello, we got Cho as well, helping out in the background, a lot of things. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much. And Psyche, signing off for last time for IVA this year. LEO.
All right, bye guys.
You got anything to say?
No, I was gonna say, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It was an honor as always to be here commentating with Psyche here for the first time as well. Very exciting. Thank you guys, everybody, for watching. We appreciate all the support, all the positivity in the chat is always welcome. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the tournament. Of course, we will be signing off for this IVA, but we will, of course, have more in the future, as well as other big tournaments coming up for the NV5 scene in not only Southeast Asia, but other places in the world. Stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you all later. Thanks for watching.
Area. And he actually wanted to open this game, but I guess it's getting hard for him, and a possibly a 4K situation.
Yes, I do think it's very possible for this to be a 4K situation, because Greece right now has to fight as long as possible, but then very good Palestine. I think that right now with that Palestine, it's going to be possibly a 1 escape situation from the survivors. It's going to be very tough for the survivors even then.
Yeah, and because you saw this cipher right here, he still had the trump card in his hand. He had to stop the cipher. He's still chasing them at the same time. He's having a lot of pressure now around. We do see that they are trying to have a bait, a little bit right there. Two survivors are healing. One is hiding it. Another one was fractured.
Before they pop the cipher, then one person eliminated before they pop the cipher, and then he just has to get one more person down in